Coming at you from Scratch Wolf Studio. It's that time again to rage across the internet. It's your very favorite Werewolf the Apocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Porter. Sitting to my left, she's a regular Hellraiser. It's the Uncanny M.
Hello, hello.
Across from me is definitely a nightmare on this street, Daniel Tyson.
Hey, everybody.
And to my right, it's my guy, Friday the 13th, CJ McCall.
Howdy, y'all.
That last one was pretty weak. Welcome to Rage Across the Internet. If this is your first time, it's a show where we talk about various aspects of Werewolf the Apocalypse, from beginner to expert level for the player and the storyteller alike. If it is not your first time, welcome back. How are we doing, everybody?
Doing great.
Doing pretty good. Having a fun day already.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Yes, it is.
but we have definitely made it work. We're off of a backer night.
Yes, we are.
And I suppose just from that, we start with a little segment we like to call This Week in Bullshit. So this week in Bullshit, Porter, we are coming off a backer night. And we're simultaneously, because of the timeverse, about to go into a backer night.
Oh, that's right. Jesus.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
We just did our New Year's, Christmas, which we did the first week of January because I didn't want to interfere with Christmas weekend.
Right.
Yeah.
Much less New Year's weekend.
Well, New Year's weekend's not a thing.
Yeah.
Well, true, yeah.
You don't celebrate New Year's Eve the weekend after.
Right.
But if Christmas is on like a Thursday, it's entirely feasible. You are still vacationing or doing the family thing through that weekend.
True.
Yeah.
So,
like, for example, I had my grandparents on my mom's side. Christmas was Sunday, where Saturday was my dad's side of the family.
See, there you go. So that's a common thing. So I didn't want to.
I hear you.
Yeah. So we did our special Christmas wheel for backer night. And I was, it was a good time.
We got the first one, which was a attempt at a Scooby-Doo plot.
Yeah,
Christmas movie.
That was really bad.
That was so bad.
I don't even remember what it was called. I know I showed up halfway through, it felt like.
No, you showed up 5 minutes into it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. It felt like it was halfway through, but yeah.
Oh, yes, it
did.
But
he sees you when you're sleeping.
Okay.
I believe him.
Sounds about right.
It was one of the ones that I picked because of the title.
Right.
Because normally it's Evil Santa, Super Evil Santa, Deadly Santa.
Deadly Santa 2.5.
Right, but, you know.
You the occasional Santa sleigh.
But yeah, he sees you when you're sleeping. Can be said ominously and could be cool.
Oh.
So that's why I made the list.
Can be.
Wasn't, but could be. And then, of course, we had the Killing Tree. Which was
a mixed bag.
Like, its highs were incredibly high and the lows were incredibly low. So it was a C.
Like, for half the movie, the killing tree was a guy in like a Christmas tree ghillie suit sort of thing walking around. You could occasionally see the boots as he like shuffled.
And he did. He like waddled. He couldn't walk in it.
That's funny.
The other half of the time, it's just like a poorly CGI'd kaiju with like extended arms.
Yeah.
And 90% of the kills were CG vines coming out.
And just stabbing somebody.
Or pulling someone apart, but it was the same animation. Like,
yep.
You know, but see, what you wanted was like the moment where you could see the dude's hand, which was like a black stocking hand with some Christmas bits like stapled to it or whatever. And he's holding a butcher knife, and that's what I want to see. I want to see the dude in the Christmas ghillie suit waddling around trying to stab people. That's the movie I wanted.
Or the hanging the one chick with the Christmas lights.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So again, the good parts were great. The good parts were an A. The bad parts were an F. Straight C.
It was a good time all around.
Yep. That's what that's what I did. That's my This Week in Bullshit.
That's fair. We had a good time.
We did. Well, we always do. You know, it's good to hang out, do that backer night with our community, with, you know, the donors.
Yeah.
It's fucking outstanding.
I still remember that one scene where we couldn't stop cracking jokes at what these chicks were saying throughout the movie. And we just let one of them go through an entire monologue without us saying it, just at random.
It was super
we didn't
weird.
say a thing, and it was just like this entire monologue that I don't think any of us were following or caring about at all.
No, but we let her say
Nobody
all of
cracked
it.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And none of it made any sense, much less was important to the story or plot.
Yeah, it was the damnedest thing, right? Because we didn't care.
Exactly.
We didn't care and we weren't paying attention. And for some reason, she started giving exposition and we fell silent. And we just let this lady talk. We let her say her lines. She was doing her best, I guess.
I guess.
No one could tell you what her name was or what she was saying, but we let her say it in silence and then continued to shit on the film.
Yep.
It's amazing.
It's a good time. All right, so there's Porters.
Danwell.
All right, well, I'm gonna go away from the video games, which I've had pretty much the last, probably 10. I'm gonna go to food for a minute.
Oh, that's a stretch. We don't do that.
Yep.
It's just a quick one, right? Sloppy Joes. Why are they called Sloppy Joes?
Because they're sloppy.
Right. Everyone loves Sloppy Joes.
I haven't had Sloppy Joe in forever.
I know.
I'm a little jealous right now.
But,
Mhm.
I don't like them on the bun because of how sloppy they are.
So then that's not a Sloppy Joe anymore. That's just loose meat.
Right. But, the
Yeah, that's
sloppy...
just like pulled pork at the best.
Right, but it's beef. It's not pork. So...
I know.
So...
The pulled beef.
But, the sauce, right? So you put it on the beef... the sauce on the beef. I've been putting that on, potatoes. Either, a baked potato or, tater tots. French fries.
It's like a sloppy Fred.
Yeah! Sloppy Freds. That sounds way better.
Does it?
Yes!
I can back him up with the baked potato, but I've never done it with just sloppy Joe fixings. I've always done it with pulled pork and stuff like that. But I could imagine a sloppy Joe, the beef, being a alternative.
Yeah. Whatever the case. Like I said, you just make your sloppy joes, but you don't put them on the bun.
Well, it's only a sloppy Joe when it's on the bun. Otherwise,
well, hence sloppy
it's something
Fred.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're going to call it sloppy Freds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just had a kick. I got a bunch of cans of sloppy Joe mix, and at least once a week I'll make it. And I was like, God, you know what? Let's put it on French fries this time. Let's do tater tots this time. So far, I've done it on waffle fries. Waffle fries is the best way to do it.
Fair.
Sloppy Freds. Thanks for the naming convention there. I love it.
You have the weirdest food.
I know.
Yeah.
And this is where, Danny, if it wasn't the issue with the buns and everything, I'd have a recommendation for you where you take the little Hawaiian roll packs that are 9 or so. You take the whole thing out, cut it all in half, put it in a sheet tray.
Right.
Just cover it in the sloppy Joe mix, put the top half on, and then just bake it in the oven.
I've done that before, yes. Little mini, sloppy Joe sliders. Yes, I've done that.
Yeah.
Something that might help you with the whole bun fiasco is to hollow out your buns and then put the sloppy Joe mixture in there so you get more sloppy Joe meat in the buns.
Oh, I've done that every time.
Is contained.
I think, and there's a lot of moving parts here that I'm concerned about.
Are we though?
Because this is the man who will get a burger, right? Or a breakfast sandwich, say a sausage McMuffin with egg, and put his hash brown in it.
Yes.
And put his fries in the burger.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
But the sloppy Joe is too much of a train wreck for him.
Yeah.
That's incredibly weird.
And then the second stage to this is that you're the one in charge of the amount of filling to bun. So if it's too sloppy, put less on there.
Or put something like cheese between the bun and
you have to put cheese.
Yeah, you have to.
Because a sandwich without cheese is just a lie.
Exactly.
Fair.
But
that's what I'm saying, between each slice of the bun.
I mean,
so you have it kind of holding it together.
That sounds even better because that's extra cheesy.
Yes.
But again, you're in charge, so just put less on that and it won't be as sloppy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're you're not wrong.
You're in charge of how sloppy that food is.
Yeah, you are the only one in charge of that.
You're again not wrong, but I'm just saying that what I've been doing has been tasting better.
If we're not arguing with the other uses part. They're not arguing at all. They're accepting. I'm the one who is standing in opposition here.
Sloppy friends.
I've seen you eat. And you're like, that's too sloppy for me. You are the fucking arbiter of all of this. Oh, CJ, one of you take me away from this.
Well, to go the opposite of where Danny was here with us and talk about some video games, I've got one particular video game that I've been playing quite a bit with, just while hanging out with Porter. And this is one of these games that as I went through progressively, I'd say something that sounds completely normal in context of the game. And Porter has to call me out on this a few times. And I think about it, it's like, yeah, no, it's fucking weird. Specifically, it's a game called Pacific Drive. 90% of this game is just driving around these weird SCP like containment areas with these anomalies going on, making it a pseudo horror thing. Like one of the anomalies is called the Tourists, which are these mannequins that do the whole weeping angel thing. And they show up like half buried in the ground sometimes, or like covered in what looks like worm taint. And they explode if they get close to you.
Oh.
So you'll just see them occasionally, and that's kind of terrifying. You've got these, what the game calls scrap bunnies, which are these like meatballs of like scrap metal and electronics that bounce around and are basically haywire spirits. So they hop on the car and take control. But the rest of the game, you're going around these areas, you're scrounging up scraps and everything just to maintain and take care of the car. Like, this is a weird level of detail, but not fully detailed. Like, you can change out the fucking tires. You can change out the panels on the station wagon. You can put new batteries. You can fill it up with gas. Like, you actually have to track the charge of your car's gas and battery. And, like, how much gas you have. And you can fill it up. You can siphon gas and everything. It is the most mundane shit in the world, but it adds just a little extra weirdness whenever they do the... Like, hey, if you get a flat tire... that actually affects, like, your car will start driving off to the side because you're running on a flat tire. And you just gotta throw some what is called repair putty on it, and it automatically fixes it and seals it for some reason. You do that to all the car doors as well, because apparently that stops radiation from getting in your car. And here I am playing this, talking about something that sounds absolutely, mundane, like changing out the headlights in the car because I found some better ones, or I'm getting some better ones. And I'm mentioning like how I'm using like parts of radiation shielding or like something out of a reactor apparently to put into this. And she's like, yeah, no, that's not normal. And my favorite mechanic, the part that this is all leading up to explain like the mundanity and the weirdness, is the quirks the car can pick up. Porter heard me going fucking insane with one of these. Because every so often there's just an if-then statement that will happen to your car. If you turn on the radio, the windshield wipers will start going. If you accelerate, the fuel gauge will start spinning. If you open the passenger door, the tires fall off. These are all valid options for these quirks.
Can it be fixed with repair putty?
No, you have to... But here's the best part about it, or the worst part about it. The part that drives me insane is that it doesn't tell you when you've got a quirk. And it doesn't give you any hints. So I thought I found the indicator that tells you you've got a couple quirks, because there is a way to find it out. It's just a little roundabout. And I spent the next hour hanging out with Porter, going through every single possible thing I could think of to try and figure out what the fucking quirk was. When it was, when I close the passenger door, the back door shuts. The only way I'd ever find that out is if I left the back door open. It's anything that could happen with this. Any combination of those. You could turn on the dome light and your gas tank empties.
Jesus.
It's a weird fucking game.
Yep.
And like
It is a very weird game, and I fully recommend it.
Yeah, and like you, I'm just hearing about it. I don't see this. I'm not playing it too. I'm just hearing about this. So I have no context for any of it. He's like, damn it, the wheels fell off because I turned on my dome light. Fucking what? Sir.
That's a weird connection.
Right?
Yep.
I like how oddly specific some of the shit is too. He's like, God damn it, I was trying to get away, but I forgot to turn the ignition on the car. Why do you think you wouldn't have to turn the key?
That's another thing. Like, this is the level of detail. Like, when you get into the car for the first time, you have to turn on the ignition. It will always take 3 seconds. And you have to pop it out of park. After that, it's up to you whether or not you go back in park or turn your car off. But it's one of those things, if you could be in the middle of like the high-speed chase trying to get out of the zone, get in your car, slam on the gas. Oh, you left the parking brake on.
And for the real world, well, of course you have to turn the car on. What the fuck's your problem? But you don't expect that in a video game, right? You don't expect to have to take the parking brake off before you drive away. Fucking, why can't I go? Did you turn it on?
Yep. Apparently was a Game of the Year contender in 2024, but I had never heard about it.
It was a contender?
Yeah, it was nominated for like Indie Game of the Year.
Oh, indie game. Still.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never even heard of this.
And what is this called again, CJ?
Pacific Drive.
All right. And so with that, M.
Well, I have another drink for you guys today.
Mm-hmm.
This one comes to us with the theme of our episode.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Disappointment?
So, no. So this is
Children of God episode.
no. It's the Get of Fenris episode, is it not?
Well, this is, in fact, going to be,
Yes.
the next of our Totem Brood series. And yeah, the Get of Fenris.
Yeah, the Get of Fenris Totem Brood. So I did some looking at the Get of Fenris, just at some of their gifts, some of their, just the vibe they have. And I looked outside and there is a ton of snow on the ground here. A lot of snow on the ground here in Sweden right now. So I thought, I think a warm beverage would go well. But I don't want it to be something basic that's popular around here, like glug, which is essentially just mulled wine for you guys in the US. I want something different. So what I did was I boiled some water with some star anise, some cinnamon, and a slice of lemon. And I mixed that spicy water with some blueberry sweetener that I made by mixing mushed up blueberries with honey. And I put a little bit of whiskey in it.
Okay.
I chose blueberry because I saw a gift that they have. I've never played a Get of Fenris, but I saw a gift that I thought sounded really cool. The Fangs of the North with the blue smoke rolling off of their claws and teeth and stuff.
Mm.
And so I was like, it might be cool to make a blue drink. Joke's on me. Blueberries don't come out blue.
I see where your head's at, though.
I mean, the college try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But another happy coincidence, I sent you guys a picture, and that came out really red. It's a little pinker in the image. I'll see if I can maybe get a better saturation on that image to what it looked like in real life. It was really dark red, kind of a little bit bloody.
So a proper Viking drink, then.
Which is also cool for the Get of Fenris, something a little bloody. So yeah.
And what are we calling this one?
Oh man. Turns out blueberries aren't blue drink. I don't know. I'm bad at naming things.
Why is it disappointment?
I'm terrible at naming things.
Oh.
Sloppy
Maybe
Fred.
put it up to the Discord?
What?
Maybe put it up to the Discord.
Yeah, we could put it up to the Discord.
There
What
you
do we
go.
call this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Name M's drink.
Yeah. The non-alcoholic version of this would be to steep some tea into your spicy water.
Mhm.
Instead of whiskey. Steep a little bit of tea in there. Tea of choice.
And then a shot of whiskey.
Yes.
That's the fun part.
Right.
That'll warm it up for you.
There you go.
But for the non-alcoholics, that would be your addition of flavor, would be the steeped tea.
And the whiskey.
And then the whiskey.
So today we are going to continue our Totem Brood series. You already listened to, so you already know, but now we are talking about Fenris. So to do the refresh, we started the Totem Brood series. We did Wendigo last time. And the idea here is going through the Spirit Brood, attributing a little personality and how we would configure these as pack totems in terms of Access Mundi. And then we have the stuff for the tribe books themselves, which we don't have to talk about as pack totems, but again, in portraying and maybe talk about material correspondence and, just to flesh out.
Dealing with more as regular spirits.
Yep. Fleshing some things out, giving some more depth to that world. So, where shall we begin?
I've got Access Mundi open up if we want to start there like we did with the Wendigo.
Oh, absolutely. CJ, let's start us off.
The first of his brood that shows up in Access Mundi is one that I think we might have a particular point to make about here in a little bit, but it is the Surtur. Some of the basic descriptions is the Surtur are massive giants, appearing about 30 feet tall. They look to be from the past, gilded in furs, sporting long flowing beards and hair, made of flame, of course, and usually with short swords or battle axes. So your classic, fire giant. Which, if I remember correctly, Surtur is also the name of the big fire giant in Norse mythology that kicks off Ragnarok.
And certainly those who aren't into Norse mythology, he showed up in the Marvel movies and everyone had to see those. There was actually a law for a while. So,
I mean, they made a meme out of it and everything. That specific clip too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was there.
I love the part in Access Mundi, though. Until the Ragnarok is completed, their task is to make certain the Get of Fenris do not fall victim to a false sense of peace. I love it.
Yeah. Also, hey, we get a weird point in the timeline as well with their history of, the whole what came first sort of situation and debate.
Mm-hmm.
The Surtur have existed since the creation of the Earth. Great Fenris created the Surtur to serve him.
That whole thing, this whole timeline thing, it's tricky. It's an issue. The contradictions are all over the place, and I hate it. And I guess this is a good time to talk about because we're not going to get out of this episode without being absolutely barraged by references to Norse mythology.
Right.
I mean, we're how already? We just started.
Yes.
Yep.
And so I think the first and most important thing to talk about here, maybe not, but one of, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not actual Norse mythology. This is Norse mythology through the world of darkness, through Werewolf the Apocalypse. It is not going to match, nor should it match, that of the Norse mythology in our world. That didn't even make any sense.
No,
Right.
It can't.
Yeah, it's a great source of inspiration for stuff if you want to expand upon it, but it's not law.
The fun thing about a tabletop role-playing game is it's just that. It's a game. You can take inspirations from real life and you can kind of tweak them to fit into your game.
And that's what's going on here. But this is the thing.
Yeah.
In game, we have to keep in mind, right? Because again, the world of darkness is a mirror of our own, or a simulacrum. But humans got Norse mythology as a runoff from the Desians of the world of darkness. Okay.
Right.
Not the other way around. In our world, Norse mythology came and then we took it and used it as inspirato. But it's the other way there.
Yeah.
The Get didn't go, oh, no, I heard about Loki. I'm going to make him a camp. No.
Yeah, we have to.
Loki was probably some guy who started a camp.
Right. Or going to the, fucking, it's filtered to humans. They heard this shit from kinfolk or whatever.
Yeah.
In turn to that.
Vampire trying to sell his own press.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have to stop looking at it as Norse mythology.
Through the human lens.
Through the human lens.
Yeah.
We have to look at it through Garu lens.
Right. This isn't us. This isn't people taking inspiration for this thing. It's humans taking inspiration for the real thing. They're the ones.
Yep.
The version you heard is the made up stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
In the world of darkness.
Yes. Yeah, there's... yeah, I think that's the biggest...
Well, people get it twisted.
Very much.
And it creates problems.
Yep.
What's not how that goes? Well, that's not what this is, though.
Right. No,
Yeah,
that's not how it goes to you because you're not in the world of darkness.
And yeah, it's just one of those things of like, you got to be a little less rigid about this and once again, divorce the source material from where it actually is in the game.
And even then, I'm not wild about how married these concepts are.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
But let's get back to it because we're gonna have to get through this. There's other ones.
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
I'll say this. To link it back to more what these spirits are, specifically in the book, it calls out that they are, they're not merely fire elementals. So, hey, there we go. We already got a type of spirit that they are. They're also spirits of the berserker. So I would call that definitely more of a war spirit just in general. Like this is that violence for violence sake or just the mad battle fury.
Certainly.
The ever-consuming fire. And that might be more the angle we want to look at it versus just the Norse thing turned werewolf.
Yeah. Looking at these and thinking about the difference between this and the spirits that we saw when we were looking at the Wendigo, I am seeing that dramatically with the attitude. Like this, the Surtur is friendly to Get of Fenris and warlike tribes. But if you demand peace, they're hostile. The fact that they're even friendly to something that's as like-minded as them is such a step in the opposite direction from the last brood we discussed.
That's true.
Yes.
Which is really interesting to me that they are friendly, but it does make sense since they are trying to protect or escape them off from the winter that comes before the end of the world.
And they apparently, some of their habitats is apparently near where the wild still holds dominion. Kind of just like a guardian, it seems.
Yeah, there's some really interesting things here with the Surtur, right? Because, their taboos talk about never turning down a challenge, which we've heard of before in different ways.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, okay, and it says to do so causes them to fall into a deep slumber, which wouldn't apply in a pack totem. So, but we already see the ban there, right? Can't turn down a fight. All right. Well, we're used to that. But at the same time, you look further up, and it's gift lore. The Surtur teach all gifts pertaining to rage, war, and soothsaying.
Okay.
Super cool.
Right? So, all right, that adds a little bit of another, we talk about material correspondence, and they make certain demands to any who summon them. They require the blood of an enemy and the sacrifice of at least a pound of iron ore. That's interesting.
Okay.
I kind of love that.
Right, so what I'm seeing here is almost, you want to lean on a more of a blacksmith kind of way, is what I think.
Yes.
Right. But the soothsaying gets me, because now I want to lean toward battle shaman. And I think if we're doing pack totems, remember, this is how this goes. If we're doing pack totems, then this thing is like a greater jackling. What we're doing is we're talking about a Coho Jack situation, right? Something that's branching.
Surtur.
Right. We're naming that Surtur because he's breaking from the norms of the spirit brood to become a pack totem, which gives a little bit more agency. That path to the greater jaggling, as we put in quotes, right? So this is where I want to start with that. Is either I would go the battle shaman route or like a blacksmith kind of route.
I like the blacksmith route because of the iron.
Well, I mean, but I'm saying you can do either one.
Yeah.
Am I hand raised?
What if we marry the two? A soothsaying blacksmith. Hear me out. They bring him the iron, and he creates something out of it that tells you of what is to come in the next battle. This item or this weapon in itself could become useful in a battle to come.
Interesting.
Okay. Like, I can imagine you're getting ready to engage in whatever big mission you've got coming up.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to consult your totem. You maybe have to build this little shrine area that's almost like a forge to talk to him. He comes out of the fire to start smithing the ore that you brought him. And he forges you like an iron spike. But it might be hinting at vampires since it's a stake, essentially. It's not wood, but he's working with iron. It's the closest thing he's got. Or maybe it becomes actual like iron wood, which is a thing.
And you have no context but the item itself and him being like, oh, you'll know when you are to use this. The time will come when you'll need to use this.
I like that.
You come upon the perfect opportunity to use the item.
And this is also another thing of like, I kind of love, like, especially with the stake idea, now that I had that, I imagine it turning into ironwood because feeding into like, let's marry it all with its material correspondence. It didn't just make something to kill a vampire. No, it made something to paralyze a vampire. So you can bring it back for the actual blood sacrifice part.
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things they demand along with the iron is that blood sacrifice.
And staking a vampire doesn't kill it. Not in the world of darkness.
Yeah, it's just a paralyzation of them.
Mm-hmm. Throw them into torpor.
It's just one of those things like I can already picture like all of those super fucking metal scenarios of having to come back with something alive. Or mostly alive, so you can do that final sacrifice to probably, I don't know, fuel the forge.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that. I think I want to lean away, like we're talking about blacksmiths and giants, and like we're really toeing the line on, I mean, obviously the Norse stuff, but like some I want to call Lord of the Rings shit. And I think at least half of you, if not more, probably more, as we're talking about this and I say blacksmith, you all instantly went dwarf. You heard the dwarf in your head going, what can I do for you? I'll get you an ox. Let's not. Can we not?
Right.
We could do better. Right.
Yeah, I agreed.
I mean, look at this guy. This is a character who looks like he's going to push. Right. Much like Fenris himself, the Surtur demand courage and respect from Guru whom they face. So I think this is someone who's going to push your buttons.
Yes.
He's going to antagonize to see what you're going to do, to see if you got the stones to stand up to him. If it wasn't so clear, right, in the portrayal, the idea of the fire giant, the blacksmith, the soothsaying, I could almost see this like a gym rat. If it were a modern day, how you lift, man? How much you bench?
I can see that as well.
Right? Like it's, hey, if you've proven like you can hang, even if you can't, if you're making the effort, right? We're cool with you. He's friendly. They're friendly to the Get of Fenris and other warlike tribes.
Yes.
Right. So it's how much you bench, how much you lift, what up? That kind of mentality of, are you tough enough to hang with us?
Right.
And again, even if you're not, if you're willing to try.
Yeah, but as long as you're willing to try, because they don't like the ones who like, oh no, we want peace. No, fuck that. This is not what we're about. Yeah.
It could be that this spirit had a pack in the past. And then while adopting this new pack, he takes a look at their weapons and he starts to question, I don't see any notches on your sword. You haven't killed anyone? You haven't killed any foes? What is this? Thinking of his last pack and how maybe one of them kept a notch for every kill he had, Just some kind of like, what do you mean? You need to prove yourself to me. you have nothing here to show for your accomplishments.
And I mean, and to take that further, right? You go with scars too. Nightfang walks up with that fucking on his chest, right? And the Surtur, Johnny Flames, whatever. Just kind of back of the hand kind of slaps the scar. How'd you get this one? And like that story, all right, kind of buys his way in.
Good.
Right? And I mean, the summoning seems pretty cut and dry here. The material correspondence isn't as much as I would like, but it talks about blood, and that's about it. Blood of an enemy. Yeah. But if it's used to, right, at least a pound of iron ore.
Yeah. But that's where we get to the blacksmithing side.
Exactly. But then we could also do sacrifices of weaponry. Not only just of ore, but maybe an old knife. Not the butter kind, the cutting kind.
Yeah.
I could see obviously the temperature rising in an area, and maybe the offerings themselves catching fire is the spirit.
Ooh.
Kind of emerges from that.
I could also imagine, because with the the rite of summoning, there's that little chart of like how friendly or hostile a spirit's going to be to you based off the number of successes. I could imagine the final part of like the material correspondence for this, or the just correspondence in general of this, is when you summon a Surtur, there is going to be a fight before they even willing to talk to you. There's just that little scrap, that little to prove you are, once again, to prove, okay, we can hang. There's that moment of either it's that really pushing hard, really trying to get you to lash out force, or even throwing the first punch and see if you can actually take it and give it back.
I think maybe it's just and your optimal successes, right?
Okay.
It's not a fight, but it is the very standoffish threatening at first. Again, it's the perfect successes, but I like the idea that maybe it is a fight. In fact, while you were talking about that, I was thinking, I was kind of envisioning, and I don't know if you and Danny, but I know from Weapons, when the teacher just comes running up at her. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like she's pumping the gas and the teacher just comes running the fuck out of nowhere and tackles her. And that's how they show up if it's lower successes. Just dizzy. Boom.
Nothing said, just absolutely trampled.
Yup. Just tramples them, gets them on the ground, starts hitting them or something. And that's just how that starts. That's hello.
That's hello. And are you worthy of my time?
We'll find out based on what happens next.
Yep.
Just a thought, but
I like it. It's brutal.
Yeah,
but I love it.
We're talking about Fenris's brood. We're talking about a war spirit. We're talking about a spirit that respects rage, war,
and like this is also where I can imagine like once he is your totem, and you summon him, it might not start with a fight. It might not start with as much of the posturing, but once you have that connection, I can imagine him acting almost like the ringman in Rocky. I can't remember his name, the corner guy.
Mick.
The one hyping him up. Yeah, Mick. I could almost imagine him taking on more of that aspect of it.
CJ doesn't remember fucking Mickey Goldmill.
It's been forever since I've seen Rocky.
It's one of the most iconic characters.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's one of the most iconic lines in the movie.
You're off the show.
Cut me, Mick.
Mickey loves you, you son of a bitch.
But I can agree with him there that, Mick can be that character. He's like the hype man.
Well, what I think too, I mean, suppressing the hurt. We point out that, again, it absolutely states in its attitude that the Surtur are friendly to Get of Fenris and other warlike tribes. So once he's your totem, once he's agreed to that,
oh yeah,
I think the days of having to fight him are over, right? I think he still might be encouraging a more aggressive stance.
Yes.
But you're his old battle buddies now. So, you may be closer to that corner man. And just we forget, you don't have to prove yourself to him. You've already proved yourself. And you're fucking working with me. So you're even adding to that as we go.
But I think at the same time, you better stay battle ready at all times.
Well, yeah, but you want to stay within the good graces and within the confines of your totem in the first place, or you lose your totem. I think that kind of goes without saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like if you're with Fenris and you start going to peace rallies, not to collect lunch money, but to participate and hand out daisies, I think you're in danger of Fenris being upset.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But also to go more with that, encouraging the more aggressive stance, while he's still your battle buddy, while he's still your totem. I could imagine, because they had the little comment up here of them still being able to see through the eyes of their children, Hearthfire or the flames of Yule, stuff like that. I could imagine maybe somebody gave you a backhanded slight or compliment in the moot itself. And the next time you go to talk to him, it's like, are you really going to fucking take that? I heard what he said. Are you gonna fucking take that?
I also think, and you just having said that, I can see very much getting messages from him in the fire, as your pack totem. Whether the fire parts in has his visage shows up in the flame to kind of speak to you, or in the ashes. I think they did something like that in Harry Potter. Where
sounds familiar.
The face in the fire.
Yeah, the face in the fire. I think I think it was Sirius Black to Harry, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know they did that a few times in the book, but I think I did.
I can't read. So,
fair.
I
was of that generation.
That's fair too. I'm not throwing stones on this one. I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see something like that in terms of being able to speak. Well, the same way that, I think it's important how your totem chooses to speak to you at times, right? And I think that's a nice quirk. I think that's, the question is, do we have anything else? Or are we ready to move on? I feel like we're about good there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So next we've got the Norns. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yep.
Yeah. Which is another one that comes from Norse mythology. But I like the twist that they have here already on it in the Axis Mundi. So the Norns are 3 women. They could appear as young and beautiful or old hags. The twist that they have here is that they could represent different aspects of reality, like the weaver, the worm, and the wild in perfect harmony. They could also represent the past, the present, and the future. But I really like that twist with it with the World of Darkness representing the weaver, the worm, and the wild in some kind of harmony together. Even though they would all be Gaian spirits, just kind of representing that.
The triad, if you will.
Yeah. Another fun note is that they've been known to deal with the Fianna, the Silverfangs, the Striders, and the Furies.
Yeah. And they are rumored to be known by hundreds of different names, including the Furies.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's 3 women.
Yeah.
Well, this is the beauty thing, right? This is a great example of a spirit who is in multiple broods.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously they are 100%. I didn't know about the Fianna. I think I might have. I didn't know about the Silverfangs, guaranteed.
Yep.
I promise I didn't know that. Probably didn't know. May have forgotten the Fianna. Probably didn't know the Striders. But absolutely knew the Furies. But of course, that's not a huge surprise because that's the tribe I'm working on with BTA currently.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm already kind of in there in the first place. But again, this is a great example of a totem of spirits that transcend a brood. Mm-hmm. They're playing several, it's not just both. It's several fingers, several pies. And
there are 3 of them. They've got a lot of extra fingers.
Exactly. They don't even need all the tribes. They can do some Farah too. It's crazy.
Oh, Jesus.
They even completely disregard some of the other tribes and nobody knows why they pick and choose.
But that can be a lot of fun. right? Because there's a level of crossover there, and especially if we're looking to make the Norns a pack totem. Because again, this is like half of what we're doing here, right?
Yep.
That's an interesting way to have a mixed tribe pack.
Right.
And each of them having a totem that represents their tribe.
Yeah, well, you could get it. I mean, that's Fianna, Silverfang, Silent Striders, Black Furies, and Get of Fenris. That's 5 tribes. That's a full pack.
Yeah.
That's a full auspice pack. It's a diverse pack. That's crazy. I mean, it's cool, right? And that's where we can really get creative with usage and with appearance.
Yes. Because I like the different ideas and styles, and I think personally the triad appearance would be my favorite, but
but even then, what does that mean? Right? You know, I've always been I have gravitated more toward the Macbeth, the Shakespearean route, like the 3 sisters. Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, here we are. You could use different, I mean, obviously different ages, but even different eras chronologically.
Oh.
You know, and even let's go crazy with that, right? It's the young girl in like fucking a toga, right? We're right there. We're Rome, you know, and then a Victorian era, you know, middle-aged woman, and then the old lady dressed in like hip hop.
I was thinking even more like drastic eras of like, you know, you have the young girl in the toga, the middle-aged woman in like a full business suits, and the old hag in rags and like a gas mask.
Ooh, fun.
For like more of that apocalyptic wormish influence.
Yeah, I was going to say that's very wormy.
Or she could be the Weaver one, and she could be dressed like the future, like the cyborg, like a robot. Like what they thought the future what they thought today would be in 1985.
Oh, okay.
Right, where she's got like a couple blinky lights on a headband. I am from the future, youngin'. Pass me some cyber pills.
Oh.
But with that, with these spirits, I believe there was one. We've talked about a spirit like this before. I think it might have been with the Wendigos, but they only are these spirits are only found in glens. They're never found outside of a glen.
Just as they're often found in
Often.
glens.
Yeah.
They've
never been seen.
outside of one.
So which is it? You jerks.
Yeah.
They're often found in glens. They've never been seen outside of one. I just took that in. You might not, like, they're always found in glens, but they might not be found in all glens.
Right? Like, fucking make up your mind.
Yeah.
So I just took it as they're only found in glens. Is why I read it that way.
No, but like the next sentence, right?
Right. Wow. That's
Yep.
Yeah. So with this,
that's some editing choice right there.
If this is your pack totem, you're really going to have to go out of your way to communicate with the Norns.
Well, again, I think this is one of these things where once it becomes a pack totem, it transcends those norms. The same rules don't necessarily apply because it's powering up. You know, and I'm referring to the Norns as a singular entity because, I mean, it is.
Yeah, they are a singular
entity. It appears as 3 things. It's one thing. Let's be clear.
Yeah, appearance-wise.
Yeah.
Because I will say, to even continue on there from the mentioning of glens, also usually around serene bodies of water. That might become the new focus once it becomes the pack totem of you just need that place with still water for them to appear.
And that I think for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the compromise you make. And again, I love the idea, you know, remember, while it is appearing as it's it's important. The three ladies, however they may appear, however, like a lizard man can still be a lizard lady. It's fine.
Yeah.
There are so many different combinations that you could do here whenever it comes to looks.
Exactly. but it is all just appearance. If it's 3 toddlers right in front of you, like the Stepford wives or something, you know, whatever, children of the damned, identical kids, whatever it is, there might be 3 mouths moving. There might be 3 different voices. that is one thing.
Yep.
Right.
It's just, I think that's important to remember. And also because I'm only going to be referring to it as singular.
Yep.
It's not three people. This is one spirit.
One spirit, yeah, just appearance. It's three.
It's like mushrooms. They're all connected.
Sure.
Yeah. And their taboo is tremendous.
Yeah.
You cannot lie, nor can they tell the entire truth.
Well, they can't.
Yeah.
So are we suggesting that would be a ban?
They do not require sacrifices from the Garu they teach, save for the seers must never lie to anyone who asks them questions. Should a Garu be forced to lie, the Norns will demand fur and blood from the offender before answering another summons.
I mean, that just goes to back it up, right? That's probably the ban in question.
Mm-hmm.
Is that,
you cannot lie when asked a question.
Right. Nor can you tell the entire truth.
Yep.
I mean, maybe you add that, maybe you don't, right? Because at this point we are doing this, so you are crafting your own version, right?
Yeah.
So how far you want to go with that, that's up to you.
I like the idea of, as a ban for this pack, not being able to lie when asked a direct question.
But
Like
I
that.
also like the idea from the spirit's perspective. If you don't tell the whole truth, that's not lying. Like, it's we put the loophole here in place. Like, we know about this loophole. Can you figure it out?
Yeah.
Well, and that works in two ways. Because you have the way where you can have that loophole to try to maybe not circumvent the ban because the totem is emplacing the ban. So why would they go, here are the rules, but here's how you break them? I mean, it is, we are talking a wisdom totem.
Yeah.
By the way, this would be a wisdom totem.
Yep.
Which totally falls in line with wisdom there.
Right. So maybe that is how you do that. Maybe, we're giving you the ability for the loophole, provided you're smart enough to use it. And because you're one of my children, you must be smart enough to use it, or at least theoretically. So maybe you go that way. You could also go, and I think because this is a wisdom totem, I don't like this way as much, but the idea is that they are physically compelled to tell the truth.
Okay.
Or spiritually compelled. Like, oh no.
Oh no, what?
Like that fucking Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, liar.
Oh,
Yeah, where he's the lawyer and like he can't lie, but for some reason, for the logic of the movie, he just has to blurt out the truth.
Right. Which,
like, you could just shut up and not tell a lie,
Right.
but that's not fun.
I know they did that in an episode of Supernatural where it was like everybody in this office building cannot tell a lie.
I don't remember that, but I totally believe you. 15 years they did it.
Yeah, I saw a clip of it recently. Yeah, I saw a clip of it recently where Dean goes up to this lady at the counter with the fake FBI badge. They said, Dean Winchester, Monster Hunter. Awesome. And then looked off to the side like, what?
Perfect.
And he tried it again.
Damn it.
Yeah, I had a hard time with that movie. Yeah, yes, it's funny, but...
But I mean, that's the two ways you could go with it, right? Is you can have it like, this is always a test because the Norns are always testing you by setting this ban, but also giving you the tools to circumvent it. Or we're adhering to the truth, and that is so important that you are spiritually compelled, like fucking liar, to just blurt out the truth no matter what.
Yep.
There's not a right answer. I like one better than the other.
Right.
But we're here to offer options and thoughts. So there's both of them.
And I can see it, like, if you're talking to them, maybe. Like, you're gonna say the truth, but, like, you don't have to do it if you're talking to somebody else or maybe a different spirit.
I'll do you one better there.
Okay.
The Norns know if you're lying.
Oh, well, shit.
They can read your heart.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Looking at their shimonage, it almost argues one of those ideas more than the other, as when they are going to be in a fetish or help create a fetish for you, you have to answer a challenging riddle and have to swear to always tell the truth so long as the fetish is used.
And again, so, adapting that from a regular spirit into a totem. And let's go beyond that too, because at this point now we're talking about stuff, we're talking about chivinage, but like when summoning said totem, right? The Norns request for payment differ from character to character, right? They might request a small personal item. From one, they might request a song of the past.
And the sacrifice could seem very, very small at first, but after some reflection, it is not as small as it seemed when you first gave that item up.
Yeah, another thing that I can imagine them doing as a price, this is from a book series, but I like this idea of they demand a truth. Now, you can tell them any truth you want, but the better it is, the juicier it is, maybe even the more embarrassing it is, or the more important, the more it's treated. Like, you know, I'm a Get of Fenris Ragabash. That's true. Versus, you know, something like, this clave I've been using is stolen. I stole this clave.
And I feel like that goes to almost support the idea that they can read your heart.
Mm-hmm.
What is that truth you brought them? What is this item you gave them? Is this actually worth the sacrifice of giving away that knowledge or giving us that item?
Okay, so I want to jump back to betrayal.
Okay.
All right. The spirit takes the form of three different ladies here, right? Three different women or whatever. But clearly, you know, as a wisdom totem will value intelligence.
Yes.
And again, wisdom. So how you present yourself, right? So if, let's say for the sake of argument, the Dream Chasers summon the Norns, you know, the High Ladies, as they choose to be called. Because again, you're making these, you're going to personalize them, Greater Jackling, right?
Yeah.
These aren't just the Norns, these are the High Ladies. And Carly summons, and they show up. We're going to go with the classic Shakespearean three witches, the three sisters, the three ladies, you know, and they're churning, they each got their cauldrons and they're churning and they're speaking in unison. And, Carly's like, oh, you know, great and wise crones, I am here. I am Carly Emberstring. I'm here. Right. And then Ricochet stands up and goes, forsooth, chicks, I hearken your help. And what you would have, right, is now one Norn will speak to Carly.
Yeah.
Right. And the other two will heckle Rico.
Yep.
They'll talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so poised and kind to this young Thurge. Yes, kind. To keep the mentally challenged so close.
Oh yeah, that's not even a probably. That's absolutely what would be happening. Yes.
Right. And so yeah, like you have the other ones are there to just fire insult and goad to see if you will fuck up.
Yeah,
and try to make a problem. It just what was in my heart. You know, I'm using you guys as examples, but
I'd like to add on to that. If Nightfang had been the one to fuck up, I imagine they use his full government name because that is a sore spot for him.
Because they can read what's in your heart, right?
Yep.
And that's the thing. And then maybe Nightfang goes over to stop Ricochet from speaking and making it worse, and then they're commenting on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but just the two, while the third one speaks and does again, it's all one spirit, but were you taking advantage of the fact that it takes the form of three separate?
Oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah. Again, just the thought on timer, because we're talking about if you're going to make these totems, we got to talk about what it looks like when you summon, how they act, what the band might be, what the bonuses might be, which we forgot with the Norn, but the Surtur, but oops.
You know, that's
with the Surtur, it occasionally giving you a weapon or like that battlefield advice sort of thing. That's probably good enough for its benefit. But
bonus to crafts.
You're also fucking spot on with the Norns with their attitude description almost. Because they are friendly to the Get of Fenris. They do, however, tend to be somewhat condescending.
Yeah, I saw that part.
they'll treat the Get as a favorite grandchild, the Get as favorite grandchildren until they're offended.
And this is the thing too. You see, the Norns have never answered the calls of any Garo outside of the Get of Fenris.
Yep.
But we have already established a
right.
Yeah.
They'll talk to others just under different names.
Right, exactly. So that the spirit does have different names, so I would absolutely amend that to include the other tribes. But will, as the Norns, yeah, absolutely, it won't be his favorite treatment.
Right.
Yeah. And then again, since we're talking about as a pack totem, we're already renaming the Norn. So it's another offshoot of this spirit in the first place, again, reaching a greater status. So, I mean, that's your loophole there.
So what kinds of benefits would the Norns give their pack?
Well, we already have, again, is totems of wisdom. So there's, I think there would be...
To like enigmas?
Yeah, I was thinking a bonus to enigmas.
Yeah.
Which doesn't feel awesome. But I would, just for shits and grins, grant a bonus to a linguistic skill.
Ooh.
Okay.
Maybe ensure that they can at least get the gist of whatever's being said to them in any language. Doesn't allow them to speak it.
But
to
they
understand
can
it.
the context.
Yeah, the gist.
That even goes along with their, like, they won't lie to you, but they won't tell the full truth. Like, I can imagine you have a permanent, like, Google Translate running. You'll get the gist of what's being said, but you won't know exactly what's being said.
See, I like that.
Yeah.
I think, something like that.
Being able to interpret, because they even say some, like, stuff like interpret the dreams better. So,
Yeah, bonuses on rolls for not even just that, right? But again, I guess this falls back under enigmas. You would probably be using. So there you go. So yeah, keep it stuff like that.
Cool idea.
Let's move on. Danny, tell us about the Fumble Wolves.
Fimble Wolves, that's weird. It's very, very odd. But Fimble Wolves only recently created by Fenris? Weird. But like, I like that part. Created by Fenris. And never seen before the First World War.
Hence recent.
Right.
Nope.
It's all relative.
What do they look like?
Large white wolves with cold blue eyes in frost-covered pelts. That just sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah. And I can see these kind of being like where Wendigo had the ice elementals. I can almost feel like these are probably Fenris's, like, okay, Wendigo already has a monopoly on the ice elementals.
I'm going to make
just going to make my
wolves.
Icy wolves.
I like how the starter of the fire elemental. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I want some ice elementals. I'm going to make my own.
I mean, it's not far off, right? I mean, there's a lot of, we can see there's a lot of overlap here.
Yup.
Yeah.
You know, these are spirits of revenge and war.
I love it.
What?
Yep.
Crazy.
What?
Weird.
That are also rumored to work on the sly for Fenris. Watching over abandoned pups.
Yeah, they make a connection to the Yimmer's Sweat camp, and I don't
love it.
I don't love it. No, I don't. I mean, that makes trouble all around because now for what we're trying to adapt.
Right.
But also, Yimmer's Sweat is like Loki's smile.
Oh, it's one of those camps that doesn't exist.
Yeah, that is a camp or isn't a camp. You know, I guess that apparently this legitimizes it, apparently. And that kind of takes it out of your hands as a storyteller. I don't know.
If you leave off just those last few words, I could also see these being basically like Uber kid fetches potentially for certain important get kids. Like if you're the grandkid of a Jarl, you have a Thimble Wolf looking out for you.
Which sounds neat, but also then how is it the spirit of war and revenge?
Fair.
Right? Like, I'm not busting your balls here. It's just like, this is one of these, they're kind of all over the place with this spirit.
A little bit. But they dwell in the mountains, surrounded by Vikith. I'm butchering the word. I know I am.
I think that's a Norse myth word. Like, they surround the mountains of this Norse place.
Yeah. Vergrither, which, again, a Norse mythology part, but, like, we need to separate it from that to make it Garu Norse mythology here.
Well, we can just say dwell in the mountains.
Dwell in the mountains.
Yeah.
That works.
We don't have to.
They're known to travel, but are only found near their habitats. So, in the mountains, if not mountainous
half of the
areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something interesting here is with their attitude. And again, with the friendly. What is with Get's brood being friendly towards Get?
Well, because
While all of the training of the Get is like this hardcore, like, screw you, die or survive. And their spirits are over here like friendly to the Get.
well, it's because you made it.
You're talking to me. You're obviously one of the few. Wendigos is bitter and constantly testing you, looking for that moment they can take a bite.
Yeah, literally in some cases.
No, exactly, right? But with the Ged, like, by being here,
You're strong enough.
you passed the test.
Yeah.
So you're good.
Fair.
Here's a membership card.
What I found interesting here, though, is that this is the only spirit that seems openly hostile towards the Fianna and the Uctina.
That's funny.
But
I love it.
no
Yeah.
clear reason why. They just are.
Well, because they're not Get.
Well, but it
No,
specifically says that.
Specifically, the Fianna and the Uctina.
Yeah, it's because it's
The
Kmart
reasons
Get
for
and-
this are not clear.
It's Kmart Get and the ones that can seal them away.
And the thing here, like, it points out, and it goes back to this Ymir Sweat thing. You know, they teach gifts of war. What's the line? Some claim that the North American Get of Fenris, left behind by the Vikings in the long distant past, the Ymir Sweat, are taught the gifts of the Wendigo by the Fimbulwolves.
Okay.
Now that's
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Contradictory again.
Well, again, we're legitimizing the camp, and I mean, okay, fine. Like, that's not a hill I want to die on. It's not that big of a deal to me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
it
It also helps with the whole why never the Wendigo and the Uctina never know about the other tribes
well, that's
before the Wild West.
dude. That is a different soapbox, and I will spend the next hour on that if you allow it. So we're just going to move on.
Yeah, we can't. Yeah.
Move
Yeah,
on.
this is already a long episode. Mark my words.
Just a quick drive-by soapbox. That's it.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll talk about it. So I think it's important here is if this is kind of a in between.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's so many similarities to the Wendigo's brood. There's the tie through the Ymir Sweat. So I kind of want to make an exception here that it is also accepting of Wendigo as well as the Get of Fenris.
I can agree on it.
I don't think this makes great fodder for a totem, but
Unless it is a mono-tribe pack.
right, or with the Wendigo as well, maybe. But because you can't say no to a hypothetical, and this is the series we decided to do,
Yeah.
let's cover it quickly because I don't think there's a whole lot of meat here.
Mm-mm.
You know, they're just wolves.
Yeah.
And while that's cool, that's also boring. We've discussed. We had a whole episode that was like 90% ice related things. So everything we said about summoning and correspondence there already applies. Like we've already talked about it.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they also demand the summoner's blood and flesh.
Which again,
we're the same.
right, we've dealt with this with Wendigo.
Mhm.
I think my recommendation here is to just not. There are better choices all around the board. Yes, CJ.
Going a little further down into their chiminage section, this is where I can see if you're having these as a totem, this is a very short-lived totem because it made the mention of they will teach Get gifts. They'll teach any Get gifts. However, they will demand a quest of vengeance for those who have learned them. So this is one of those things of like, if you're learning a higher ranked gift or you have a specific goal in mind, or you're a pack that's just recently got together, this is where if you're getting a Fimbulwolf, you have a mission. Once that mission's done, bye.
I'll agree with that.
Yeah.
This is good for a
100%
temporary
agree with that.
pack.
Yeah, it's a good temporary pack. Very short-sighted.
Yeah.
And the taboos, I think, would almost go hand in hand with the taboo while this pack is a pack. Can't refuse an auto rule challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Don't allow anyone who slights you to live.
And I think that is your hook.
Yep.
Because what's the next sentence? Should they fail to seek revenge, they will die within 1 lunar month. That's the premise of your game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Something's happened. Something slighted you.
Or the Thimble Wolves, and they have chosen you to be the arbiter for their revenge.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And it's like, by the way, ticking clock.
Mm-hmm.
You have a month.
Yep. We will bestow upon you gifts and riches, perhaps including gifts from riches, but gifts from the Wendigo as well as the Get of Fenris, maybe the location of a neat fetish, whatever. But you have to do this for us to get revenge on our behalf for some other slight that has nothing to do with you, because of course. But you have a month to do it. If you fail, well, you die. You're done. Done your rings.
Yeah.
This is a good, one shot story, one way through.
Yep. This is a 4-parter. Most.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the Dirty Dozen.
I kind of love it though.
No, I mean, we found the way to do it. I think otherwise, maybe don't. Maybe it's not worth it.
I like it. It's kind of cool. It's a nice premise.
I can't argue with it. Yeah. So next on the docket here is Hrafn, which I hope I say right, but that's just going to be full stop for all the fucking Norse names.
Agreed.
And so this spirit takes the form of large ravens. So this is another raven offshoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Which is great because there's plenty of uses for that. In terms of dealing with other tribes. The legends say that Great Fenris created, and I'm not overly concerned with that because according to the Get of Fenris, Fenris did just about everything.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that in most versions of their mythology, he originally started as a Garu. So he even created the shit that existed before him.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I think the Get might be having a brown nose issue right now.
Well,
I think they always have.
There's dedication is what it is.
It's dedication, yeah. I mean, I love the Get, but I can also very easily point out
criticize the things that we love.
Exactly.
Half of what I do, right?
Yep.
Fucking. So let's be clear on this.
Their spirits. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a lot of the Raven type rules apply here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a particular, they believe in cunning and to a lesser degree wisdom, but cunning and wisdom. So you could really put this totem in either direction depending on where you want to put that focus.
Yes.
Yep.
Obviously there's going to be allusions to the Shadow Lords as well. A nice little, we got the little Wendigo here. We've got the Shadow Lord here. And that's a good thing, cause that helps not only with tribe makeup and temperaments toward the different tribes, but that's a different thing entirely. So I'll leave that alone. That's a PTA thing that doesn't belong here today. But the habitat, and again, this is the stuff you already know, right?
Yeah.
You're perching in high places and trees on top of more an urban setting, like on buildings. We already know all of this.
Right.
None of this is a surprise. Exactly. Right. Like I said, the usual usually applies. They tend to prefer Ragabash.
Trickery. Raven. Yeah.
Yeah. Trickery.
Cunning.
The wisdom of humor, etc.
Yep. The taboos are interesting because now we're looking at this aspect as a totem.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then at this point, this isn't, I don't even want to say this is an offshoot of, because it's already an offshoot of Raven, right? So you would be dealing with, Hrafn personally, not, we're going to name ours Feathery Larry. You know,
Yeah.
don't name anything feathery, Larry.
No, don't do it.
That's ridiculous. Stop it.
And kind of disrespectful.
If anything, if anything, like if you're dealing with different aspects of Hrafn himself, it would be like Hrafn and then like a deed name almost.
Almost, but I think it's just him at that point.
Yeah.
Because of the very specific nature.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's already named. So we're already doing it. Let's run with that as it is. So as a band, we see in the taboos, the Hrafn are not permitted to take offense at any jest, or they can refuse a challenge of wits. So we've already got that built in there, right? That's something that obviously he would pass on to his children. We talk about, should they do so, they are cursed with bad luck until they can see the humor in what has occurred.
See, I think that part kind of, like I think there should just be a time limit on it.
Well, that's, again, this is dealing with the spirit,
Mm-hmm.
right? In that, we're talking about a totem ban. So that's a different thing, but we're informed by this.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
I think the ban becomes not permitted to take offense at any jest, nor they can refuse a challenge of wits. That's a great ban.
Agreed, yes.
The second part was not part, I'm not adding that as part of a ban, but I'm looking at that in terms of bonuses that the totem gives.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, good point.
So should they refuse to do the thing? Fine. But we're not dealing with that part. It's the cursed with bad luck. Well, then is a boon for those who follow the totem. They are blessed with good luck.
Perhaps the something along the lines of lucky.
Yes. Or
No.
go ahead.
A slightly lesser powerful version of that would be getting access to, because of the connection to the Shadow Lords thanks to Raven, what if they get access to the Season the Edge gift? You know, in the case of a tie, something unlucky will happen to your opponent. Hence why you win.
I think those are both good calls, although with lucky, I would limit it to one use.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like one use for the whole pack per story.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Like I said, something
That's one-
along the lines of.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think either one of those are good calls because we're spitballing. There's not a right answer here, right? I think those are both good. But this is the thing. This is a lesson here is when you're going through these, like looking at something like that can be turned the other way to give what's the kind of bonus, right?
If perhaps they break their taboo and take offense at something, that bonus that the pack gets is flipped on its head.
Well, I think if you're going to do that, right?
Or they lose it.
Yes, because it's the thing. If you break the ban, regardless of what your totem spirit is, you are in trouble with the totem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe you have lost the totem and have to go on a quest to get it back. Maybe they have decided not to break, but to punish until you do something, to make up for it. One or the other, right? That's going to be your prerogative as a storyteller. But I do like that idea of while you are in trouble, yes, the bad luck applies. And I would even go so far as since we had to bring up Supernatural, I believe the episode was a bad day at Blackrock.
Oh, the monkey's paw.
I think it was a monkey's paw, yeah, where there was the MacGuffin that made you really lucky, and then when you didn't have it anymore, you got the supernatural bad luck, yeah. Which can be a fun framing device while you wake your way to do the quest of attrition.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Yes, CJ.
Just one little detail in their attitude that I found is they are friendly to all Garu. However, they are quite harsh in their pranks when faced with Hrafn.
I love that. Chiminage, they're big on riddles.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think we go back to it, and again, this is a pretty easy one because it's kind of the standard rules, right? The standard rules apply. These are Raven rules.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you do when you're summoning Raven? Well, some Raven feathers would probably be cool. A couple shiny offerings of coins or something will probably be cool. And then maybe even whispering a riddle to the wind to summon him. What does he look like? He's a giant fucking raven. We don't need to do more than this. The work, I think this is one of those ones, thankfully, that the work is done for us, which is nice because there's definitely only like 2 totems left, right?
Yeah.
They're fucking. Does anyone have anything else here?
There's a part at the end here. It says, Ragabash successfully pulling off a prank in the epic proportions, such as killing a minion of the worm to do Gaia's bidding, or even to kill itself. Character finishing a quest for the Hrafn is likely to gain as much wisdom as a 5 wisdom. It just reminded me of the little story that Hurricane Jasmine had when she convince the spirit to kill itself.
To get them out.
To get them out. Something like that. I could see something like that.
And that's specified as like one of the prices for making a fetish with a Hrafn in it.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not going to make a fetish out of your pack totem. You're not shoving Coho Jack in your hubcap.
No, you're right.
Although I think if you did, it would become sequined. Like a mirror
Fucking
ball.
cool. Yes, agree.
You know? Yeah.
I'm just for like a prank of epic proportions for Hrafn here. I could see something along
But that might be how you get back in its good graces.
Yes.
You fucked up.
Yep. See, that might be the way. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Now I'm just, all I can see is the mirror ball hubcap. I'm gonna be honest.
Cool.
I mean, Curly's got the flashlight that we could use with it.
Oh my god. It'd be like a super combo. Just roll to blind the enemies.
Oh yeah.
Okay, listen, you're not going to believe this, but I figured it out. It all connects. The silver shortages, the moon cycles, the full moon, werewolves, they exist. And it's all tied back to Rage Across the Internet. Go to ko-fi.com/Rage Across the Internet, and you'll see ways that we can keep this all under wraps. At first, you might be able to join game night or the monthly movie night. It's an initiation. It's a test. You can join the pack. You can become one of us. And at higher tiers, this is where it gets dangerous. You get a little extra episode every month and the hidden lore, the NPC of the month, straight from Porter's personal Bible. And I'm telling you, these NPCs, they're too real. They don't read like fiction. They read like reports, witness accounts. One of them, I swear I've seen on the street. Werewolves, they're out there, and Rage Across the Internet knows. And that's why you should go to ko-fi.com/Rage Across the Internet and help us cover our tracks. You can laugh if you want, but as the full moon rises, you'll see those glowing eyes in the tree line. And remember this, Rage Across the Internet is the best entertainment out there. ko-fi.com/Rage Across the Internet. We'll see you soon.
CJ, talk to me about what's next. What's happening here?
Next are the Sturms, I believe is how you say it. They are apparently storm clouds that if you look carefully, you can see the rough, angry face rolling in the darkness. So is this like Uncle Thunder?
It's a spirit of war.
It's like Uncle Thunder.
Uncle
Yeah.
It's not
Thunder?
grandfather. It's like Uncle.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's very reminiscent of.
But no, we look at, this is interesting, right? Because we talk about another war totem. Imagine that.
Yep.
Imagine that.
Get.
But, well, there's more to the get than that. And we'll get there too. I mean, we did a little bit. We just had cunning. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I see here in the charms, control electrical systems, create wind, healing.
Yep.
Healing. That's interesting.
It is definitely interesting, especially whenever you go more into like the description of them where they are, you know, the great winds of winter, fearsome storms that are always near, and they're used to always test the gets that have grown too cocky. I guess maybe it lies more in with that testing thing of like, this is the kind of totem that will push you similar to the start where they might fight you to prove yourself. These things will always push you, but sort of if you don't get overconfident, if you don't hype yourself up too much, they would be willing to help and heal after a fight sort of thing. Like once you've earned their respect, they are more than happy to be helpful. But if you start getting too full of yourself, it will knock you back down a peg.
Yeah, it's there to remind you.
These guys kind of suck.
A little bit.
Well, you know,
They are found often in areas where there's a lot of wild present.
Mhm.
So that idea of, I know it's not 1-1, but they're similar sides of the same decahedron, healing and creation.
Mhm.
well, and this is the thing, right? This is the thing, right? Is So they are spirits of the storm, but these are wild spirits.
Yep.
All right. Not like these are actually, when you look at it, spirit, in the taboos, the Sturm must wreak havoc, for they are spirits of the wild.
Yeah.
So that is their affinity already. But they're also spirits of war. They hold sway over the weather and lost secrets, which is interesting.
Yeah.
They're also vain as shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on here.
It's a weird combination of all of those things.
It's a little crazy. And you know what else is kind of crazy?
No, I see what you're doing there. Well, the wild, but yeah.
They're a little all
In the
over the
wild.
place.
Yeah.
Like, this is a spirit with almost like dissociative personality disorder, it feels like.
That's what I'm
just extremely bipolar. There we go.
That's what I'm saying. You know, like this is, and again, it's fun with storm clouds because the storm clouds can form into whatever they want to or whatever you want them to at any certain moment. Again, I think these are bad candidates for a totem, especially considering their nature.
Right.
But again, we can't. So fine.
It's a hypothetical.
Yeah, can't. Good fucking good idea.
Yeah.
I think it could be a good opportunity to do a totem for an antagonist pack.
That's fair. Now that cuts down on how we would approach it, but we'll do it anyway for fun, right?
Well, we did it a few times with Wendigo, so
sure. So, like, I mean, I see these. First of all, the clouds themselves are constantly changing, but they're taking shapes of things. Mm-hmm. It's not just going to be random. You know, it's not just going to be random. Oh, does it snow? It'll turn into something and then, but like morph into something else during it. You know, we see here about the attitude. Their anger is normally reflected in strong winds, but those they hate normally end up seared by tongues of tongues of lightning. So we could see lightning flashing through these clouds as they speak to you, as they change forms. You know, the wind just whipping around, and I think its voice carrying through that wind. You know, we've all heard that kind of the howling of a particularly strong wind. You know,
yeah.
But now that's the haunting embers of its voice,
right? With thunder behind it.
Right, and the lightning crashing through. Yeah, these are arrogant spirits, right? Mm-hmm. So it's right there, right? So when you speak to them, you're going to have to kiss ass.
Yep.
And the rub, because of it's a wild spirit and they're temperamental as shit and they're angry, they're always going to be very touchy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Always. And I think about Goodfellas. Maybe because I watched it yesterday. Don't question me. But the scene with Joe Pesci, what do you mean I'm funny? Funny how? What, funny looking? What, I'm here to amuse you? I'm a clown. I'm here to amuse you? Only he's not fucking with Ray Liotta. Right? It's a non-mobster version of Joe Pesci in Goodfellas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But also he's super vain. So you need to kiss his ass. But you gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Because if you go too far with it, right?
He'll take offense.
Yep, he'll take offense because he thinks you're fucking with him. You're going to mock me now? Only he's not playing. So it's not going to end with laughter and fun. It's going to end by you being struck by fucking lightning. Aggressively.
Yeah.
With that being its attitude, rolls right into its taboo of needing to wreak havoc, which could also translate into the pack's ban as well. Like you need to wreak some kind of havoc in any place that you go.
Always breaking shit.
So,
it's like
a little bit of chaos.
But like let's make to differentiate between Twister and this here. It has to be violence. You can. It's not just knock over a trash can.
No.
You know,
you need to get into a fight.
Yes,
you can't leave the fight. You can't leave the bar unless somebody's calling the ambulance. Right.
And, I mean, maybe just punch him in the throat and walk away can be enough.
Yeah.
But with Twister, oops, I broke a glass is enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
this is not Twister. It's oops, you broke a glass over someone's head.
Right.
Now you can go.
Yeah. No, I like what you're saying. It's not just you break something. It's got to be break something in violence.
And I can see, because we are talking about an antagonist pack, right? And I'm underlining that because I'm going to get shit immediately.
Yep.
Like I could see him kicking a puppy.
Mm.
I mean, it doesn't have to be a puppy, but
I know what
dog,
you're saying. Right.
You know,
this is your bully pack. Just in general, this is the pack in your set that, while not evil, it's the people your pack wants to hate.
Yes, they are raging assholes. They are an antagonist. They're not evil, but they are antagonistic. But I mean, if you take that right, they have to cause violence to a living being. I could see it, right?
Yeah.
You know, again, shut up. I'm not endorsing it. And you know better. Stop it.
Yeah.
These are the people who your pack needs to go do something with, but desperately doesn't want to.
Yes.
Like, do not make us run this mission with these guys. No, you absolutely have to.
Yep.
Oh, God, I could see that scene, too. You're walking down, you're in the little subdivision or whatever, you're walking to leave. It's like, oh, shit, we gotta. And here comes this dog. Or it's the dog's on the leash. He's like, bark, bark, get like all wagging its tail happy. And like the guy goes, yeah, all right, and starts to walk over. And you're like, you are not kicking that dog. And he looks at it and looks at you and kind of shrugs and then punches you in the throat.
Yup.
All right.
This is
violence happened anyways.
Yup.
This is the pack of Get who learned the wrong lesson from Whiplash.
Yes. Or who was trained by someone that isn't Whiplash, that doesn't understand what Whiplash is doing.
Yep.
This is Fenn's Skull Splitter's kid.
Yep.
This isn't Whiplash's kid.
Oh no.
And like already I hate these guys. They're a great they're the easy people to hate. They're that great little plot device. Just a pack of these assholes.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I think it gives fuel to the stereotypical side of the Get of Fenris.
And
I think that's a little important. You know, because the people here in this right now, we understand the Get. We know the Get.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we love the Get. We understand. But, you know, there are there's a reason those stereotypes exist. There are bad apples. And this is a great example. Packs that might follow the Strums or the Strum or however we're gonna, right?
Making that bad name.
Right. You know, they're bullies and, you met someone following these guys.
Right.
And we agree. But
these are also very easy thug packs.
Yep. These are the tip of the spear fodder.
Yep.
As far as the Get are concerned. Are they strong enough? Well, yeah, they're Get of Fenris. So yes, they're strong enough. Fucking.
And that's it.
They managed to keep a Strum happy.
I feel like we kind of got it here.
Yeah,
though.
I think it's it. That's enough.
Yeah.
All right,
Oh, these are some fun charms already.
Okay. So the next one is a Brigier. I'm going to go with that pronunciation.
Okay.
The next
Sure.
one's a Brigier.
Yeah, Burger.
Yeah. So these often appear as a shimmering field of multicolored light that is constantly fluctuating. It could be as small as a snowflake or as large as a mountain. So this is something that is not entirely given a form, which is interesting. And they are spirits of happiness and excess.
Which is
interesting.
Right. It's not the thing you normally think of when you think of the Get of Fenris. But,
no.
Well, and if you're
excess
sitting there.
I have.
Well,
when I think the Get of Fenris.
I think, but either here or there. But I mean, there you go, though, right? For those of you really scratching your heads, there's more to these, more of a tribe than the stereotype you read.
Yeah. Here we go. Garu deprived of joy and revelry was a Garu who could not survive long. This is the spirit to help with that. And I already am picturing this in the Umbra as like a mini fucking, like a serpent made of like the Aurora Borealis as its appearance. Like that just constant line moving through the air, circling back on itself, always shifting, the colors going in and out all the time.
They're spirits of drunken revelry and violent combat, the pleasure of it rather than the violence of it. and the pleasure of a job well done. So like this is like almost satisfying rather than violent.
Yeah, this is more about joy.
Yes.
Yeah, it's that post-fight high.
You know, these spirits exist to remind the Get of Fenris that joy is as necessary as anger, and that the simplest pleasures are the best. They're responsible for songs of honor and happiness. And this is important. Keeping the Get from growing so bitter that they become easy prey for the worm's subtle corruptions.
I like that.
That's great. And so this is a spirit of healing. This is a very positive and important spirit. And I think this is the closest a Get of Fenris or a pack following gets to a child of Gaia.
It's the let the good times roll back.
Yeah, they're constantly filled with a passion of life. The opposite of the last spirit we talked about. This Bergir is very different.
This is the NPC pack that's here to lift up you guys after you've lost a member or after you've gotten done dealing with the fucking Sturm's pack. But
they're just as hard as the Strums because they are Get of Fenris.
Get of Fenris, yes.
Well, I mean, I think it's also this is used. This is a diplomacy pack.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
This is
like
a pack
that.
you send out, or that is sent out that partakes on their own missions of healing, missions of bridging connection between packs, atoning for past sins. I'm using quotes. I mean, in terms of like working with Farah, mending bridges between tribes or seps in the area. That's what this pack is for, right? This is the pack that's the totem chooses this pack, right? That becomes their goal.
I like the diplomacy angle.
Yeah, I mean, they're still not to be fucked with, but there's some lines you're dancing here too. Like you look at the taboos. The Brugger may not destroy anything that is incapable of causing them harm.
Should a Bergir actually attack and destroy a creature of the wild, the spirit dies immediately.
Which is weird because wild spirits are totally capable of causing harm, but that's not what we're here about, and that's them and not the Garu who follow one that is branching out to become a totem.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's the Bergir itself.
Right. But again, we use these as guidelines, right? To inform, they teach gifts of the Thurge, gifts associated with protection, healing, and defense. CJ, you were about to say.
Yeah, I mean, with that taboo, I can imagine this being similar to, I'm trying to remember which one it was, that, you don't throw the first punch. I can imagine this being that hard line, like, yeah, no, you can't initiate the fight yourself. With, the caveat of something seeking to destroy the wild or whatever. Because, this is that diplomacy pack. This is the good times pack. They're going around spreading the good word, keeping everybody's morale high. Getting in just a random, actual fight. Like a battle, not a, play fight.
I could see a benefit of having this as your totem being that you get perhaps one of the healing gifts.
Mm-hmm.
I think at a level, but two things here. I think with the idea of the ban, maybe it's you can't, instead of you can't destroy anything that is incapable of causing harm. That's what they can do. Maybe you are incapable of, like you said, not sparring, but actually fighting, like intending to, with something that is incapable of really harming you. And now that term is relative, right? But
it's the don't punch down.
Yeah, basically that. Right.
Okay.
Something that isn't a real threat. You're incapable of actually hurting someone intentionally. That isn't an actual threat.
And this is where I can imagine one of the benefits being you get the Child of Gaia gift Mercy.
Okay.
So it is that case. You could actually spar with somebody. You could go all out and spar with somebody. But you're not going to kill them.
I can see that.
Gift.
Yeah, I like that.
I also think maybe an extra frenzy protection.
Mm-hmm.
However we want to frame that in terms of a difficulty modification or or a dice pool modification. I'm not sure how you want to do that, but I would suggest maybe that too, because I looked down at the image.
Yeah, when like not in an actual fight, perhaps they get some kind of bonus against frenzy.
I think maybe full stop, just because of their nature. But either way, right? Because no wrong answers here. I look at the chiminage, they demand dance and celebration as their only sacrifices. So
kind of weak.
But that they're not combatants. So maybe I think maybe they have a particular affinity with galliards in the first place.
Yep. There's always got to be some kind of song going or some kind of music whenever you're summoning these things.
Well, I think that's definitely, I would add that to the correspondence, because they're easily summoned. The sacrifice of a hand-carved item is all that is required to get the attention. That's really light and also a little involved if we're on the fly. So yeah, something like a song or dance, a minor celebration to welcome in the Great Spirit, I think is more than enough.
Okay.
No, it was mentioned in terms of appearance, right? That they don't appear in the realm. They don't have a physical form. And you talked about this, but I had a thought of what about the reflection of stained glass?
Okay.
Right? Like, I'm not suggesting, obviously, like a stained glass window just appears in the goddamn Umbra.
Yeah,
but the beam of light, the pattern of what it would be, right?
Those different colors from the stained glass.
Right. In the air. Yeah, and even shapes. Yeah, just like a beam of sunlight, and at the end of the beam, it's, like a flashlight, but here's the red and the blue, and here's the Garu kneeling under a sun, just all in different shapes, and those shapes can change to communicate.
I can see that.
So it doesn't communicate with words, but images.
Yeah, and you have to interpret, but we don't have to be super vague with it either.
Yeah.
Right? Christ, it could be an image of the Dream Chasers with a lady giving them a hug. Mm-hmm. And that's the warm greeting.
Yep.
Okay.
Right? Like, it could be subtle or super not. But that was the thought. I know there were, CJ, you had something too. That was the one that stuck with me, the idea, because we're talking about warm light.
This is where I could also imagine, because of one of its charms, kind of manifesting items related to that celebration. Like, I can imagine this is a spirit that you're never not going to have a drink in your hand when around.
Could see that too. Yeah.
Because the reason why I'm going with this is this is something that just kind of spawns in existence with the spirit. The spirit always comes with the brews ready to go because it has the break reality gift.
It does have oh shit, I didn't see that charm. Damn. It's like the Nexus crawler of partying.
Exactly. There's always music going around this thing. There's always a reason to dance. And once again, you just show up. Boom, favorite drink in your hand. What the fuck?
Dude, instead of potentially changing your bones into jelly, it'll turn your blood into vodka.
Constantly drunk.
And it doesn't particularly have to speak to you or show you images, but you know how art can evoke feelings?
No.
Perhaps whatever shape or whatever shape or colors that this spirit is shimmering is evoking those feelings in you, and that is how it communicates.
That could be good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like with this more abstract spirit, we can do some of that shit, and that's nice, right? That's fun to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you want to discourage the more obvious stuff, I think. Right. Because I could see, I talk about the different light and the patterns, I was talking, I could see a version of that where if it's happy, you get the big fucking light pattern on the ground of a thumbs up. And it's I hate that right now.
Yeah. Or the big yellow smiley face.
Right. You can, and maybe your version of that, your Coho Jack of the Brigadier, maybe that's how you want to portray, is your big Hawaiian shirt wearing Robert Baratheon, big fat party guy is light. And maybe, but maybe don't make it that, not that.
Yeah.
It's too much, I think.
Just a little. But that's fun. Like, that's a spirit I can imagine having a lot of fun with.
And there's a lot of room for that too, right? Like, it's not an angry spirit. There's not a whole lot of hoops to jump through here. And it definitely creates maybe a different look through the lens of the Get of Fenris.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That maybe people don't always like. So that's nice. That's nice. But I don't know how much more we have with it. Does anyone else have anything?
No.
All right, Danny.
All right. Well, I'll say this is probably my favorite one out of all of Fenris's brood here. This is Cuckoo. And Cuckoo, it's a bird. Cuckoo's a bird. We all know what the cuckoo bird is.
You don't say.
But Cuckoo was not created by Fenris, nor did he choose to associate with Cuckoo. Cuckoo chose Fenris.
Yes.
And Cuckoo just said, "Hey, how about I sing for you, and I'll make you laugh, and in return you protect me." And Fenris was amused and laughed and said, "Okay, fortune favors the bold, I guess. You can stay."
I take it Cuckoo has an affinity for the Galliards.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe them and the Ragabash, of course, since they hold sway over respect and cunning.
And I can see that too, but in terms of the gift lore, they teach all Galliard gifts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's that. And again, with the singing, I could, see some fondness as well. I do want to note that this is a choice.
Yeah.
That cuckoo gafflings appear as birds.
Yep.
Though there's no guarantee what sort of bird the cuckoo will choose to look like.
If I remember correctly, that comes from the fact of cuckoos will kick eggs out of other birds' nest and lay their own there so they can have the other bird raise their kids.
Well, hence the term cuckold. But I think it's... No, that's true. That's where that comes from.
Yeah. Did Danny's mind just get blown?
I think so.
A little bit.
I think so.
Yeah. But I love that they they could appear.
You're just gonna have a raven show up one day.
Yeah, they could just show up as ravens, and he's like, "I fooled you, dick."
But if it's not a gaffling, it's the normal blackbird with red wings.
Well, it doesn't say that, right?
It just says most of the time they appear as their normal
If the
bird,
gafflings
but
can do it, the
okay.
jacklings can do it.
Yeah.
And if the jacklings can do it, the greater jackling that would be a pack totem will do it, which would be super rare, by the way, because
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
this is sort of breaking the rules, but here it is.
Well, this is almost something I can imagine. Anytime you call upon your totem, if it is cuckoo, a flock of birds will just show up of various different types.
Yep.
You just gotta pick which one is the actual totem. Like, it's that little test of, like, do you know your totem? This cuckoo only ever shows up as owl, raven, or itself. So you have this flock of birds come up here, macaws, sparrows, and whatever. But there's the raven. Hey, buddy.
It's like the Last Crusade. Pick the Grail.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, it is a spirit of cunning, so, or it could be a spirit of cunning or respect, but I mean, as a spirit of cunning, that image of pick your bird.
Ooh, hold on. So we look at the material correspondence. The cuckoo requires feathers from as many different birds as possible as their only demand for summoning. That's it.
Yeah.
The more feathers one can bring, the better the chances of gaining aid from cuckoo. So I think you add that to it as a totem.
Yes.
Obviously, the feathers, you keep the feathers as material correspondence, but again, the more, and those are the birds that it chooses to show up as, is whatever mixture of feathers that are chosen. Right? And so now you got like a pigeon, you got a sparrow, you got a seagull, you got a pelican, fuck it, there's an owl.
Yep.
Right? But like if you just like grab the seagull or a pigeon and just yanked a bunch and just use pigeon feathers, it'll still work because he's your totem, your pack totem.
But he's not going to be happy.
No, but he's going to be in a really shitty mood. He's going to be pretty irritated with you.
Yeah.
It's like, really? Really? I got this one bit. And you're not even going to let me have that?
Right.
Yeah.
At least throw in an emu. What are you doing?
And I think this is important considering the status of Cuckoo.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like that may not willingly enter Gaia realm. To do so is to die. If forced in the Gaia realm, they turn to stone. The only way to free them is to carry them into the Umbra.
That's kind of cool.
Right. So I think it's all the more important to play along.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
100% agreed on that.
Just in terms of the spirit's longevity.
Yep.
You know, so that they are friendly to everybody. You know, they also, let's see, they're lighthearted. They tend to insult their associates in ways that are not immediately noticeable. That's fun.
So a little backhanded compliments.
Yeah, bad little backhanded compliments, little ball busting.
He's a little asshole.
I
but he's
appreciate
your
that.
little asshole.
Yeah. I can see that being a fun totem
Mm-hmm.
to run with, right? I mean, we got but and again, one of those that it's a light ban.
Yep.
Or it would be.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
that's
even-
up to you.
It's already got a ban in there in regards to if it's in a fetish. It's just you may not attack any birds, save for those worm tainted.
And that's just, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
perfect ban.
That's a solid ban.
You know, it reminds me of Raven, where like, hey, just don't take money, it's fine. Or
Yeah.
Coyote, just whatever. You know, it's one of those light ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's a light-hearted totem. I could see this as a Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, hell yeah. I mean, other than the fact of Iago from Aladdin. Just,
But
yeah.
still,
Well, whatever, right? That's,
Other than it, yes.
But-
Still.
I don't have a Gilbert Gottfried impression, so I'm not going to try. But, and then I could see the jabs, you know, like, oh, you know, Rico, good to see you. It's slightly less dirty than last time. And Nightfang, I used to have a pair of pants like that, and then my father got a job. Hey, yo, that's not Gilbert Gottfried at all. No respect.
will they give Godfrey maybe some Danny DeVito in there?
Well, it was Roddy Dangerfield.
Yeah.
Carly, I can see you still haven't found a good pack yet. Okay.
That's pretty overt.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I miss Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, it's good to see you're still rocking that crossbow. Don't give up. Gunpowder's a fad.
Yeah, that's.
Yep.
It's nice to see you sticking to your guns.
Oh.
And this could be where, like, I'm picturing it now of, like, running a pack through this and having Cuckoo be their totem. I would have their totem quest start with them finding a stone cuckoo.
Oh, yeah.
I love that idea of me being led to one to liberate.
Mhm. Yep.
Oh, that's good.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking look at this guy.
Like, you know, congratulations, goes through right. You go through all the, like, drinking of this shit, go on the vision quest, you wake up in the realm, and there's just a stone bird right next to you.
Yeah, what the hell are you
I
doing
thought it was
with it?
supposed to have like a Mufasa moment or something.
Nah, get that shit into the Umbra.
Also, I love the idea of Cuckoo showing up as an owl once or twice and acting like owl for a moment.
Oh, yeah. You can see that.
Like, you know, you get the Galliard talking, you know, telling the story, telling the long story. Start over. Do it. Fucking, I'm just fucking with you.
You know what I could see, though, is leaning on the who.
Mm-hmm.
You know, who? Really? Yeah, just break character with a different word, and then pretend that he didn't.
Yep.
Who?
What?
Ooh.
Totally.
No way. Who?
Yeah, I can see
This
that.
is a fun totem. This is
Son of a
this
bitch.
is a good time totem.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, he is kind of a simple one, though. It is still a bird.
But I mean, I think we got it there. Right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
solid.
maybe a bonus to like resisting intimidation and stuff like that. Since Cuckoo had the brass pair to walk up in Fenris and say, "Hey, I'm with you."
I do like that.
I can agree on that, yes.
Yep. Cunning.
Mm-hmm.
So let's, it's not a 1-for-1, right? But maybe something to do with larceny or pickpocketing or something to that effect. It's not a great one, but you want to vary them up a bit,
Yeah.
Isn't there a gift that lets you change your appearance or fuck with it? I know there's the Bonar one that makes you look like an actual dog in Lupus. But, something like that to, play up his ability to show up as other birds. I can get a little bit of it.
I'm with that. Maybe, bonuses to disguises in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm resisting the urge
Mm-hmm.
to say stealth.
No,
Too many, too much.
Agree.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't need the fucking different. Performance disguises.
Yeah.
I can go with the disguises, yeah. Because even one of the charms is shapeshift. So,
Right?
What's it called? If you don't have a lot of feathers, like if your last stash of feathers got left behind or got burnt up or something, and you're summoning Cuckoo, you got to be in some disguise. You got to make him laugh. You got to give him a moment. You got to try fooling Cuckoo. He's going to respect the effort.
or even you just have a couple feathers and then pull like a patch of your hair left. And then you use that patch of your hair as leftover for remaining of the feathers.
I see where you're, yeah.
I just want to ask or tell you to brush your hair more often if you are able to pull out a patch of hair that passes as a feather.
Well, look at him. Fuck does he know
You're
about
right.
hair?
I don't.
You're right.
But so I think moving on, Aegir, which it takes a number of forms, and this, interestingly enough, this was a partial inspiratus for Kinderheart.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right.
So the Aegir may take a number of forms, but are fond of appearing as Garu created from bodies of water. So you see the little correlation we used with inspo. So there. So obviously they dwell in bodies of water from the small streams, the bodies of oceans. They hold sway over oceans and rivers. I mean, this is a theme here. The idea behind these spirits is that they were created to aid the Get of Fenris as they traveled to new lands and across the seas.
I like that.
It makes a lot of sense with one of their charms being open moon bridge.
Right,
Yep.
which is neat.
Yeah.
They're really moody spirits.
Hmm.
I guess the seas can be pretty fickle, where we're going with that. But when first approached, spirit may be friendly and peaceful and to grow angry and violent a few minutes later.
Which kind of makes sense for like the open seas.
Right? They don't attack unless attacked first, but they like to provoke attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What's it called? We've got a similar theme so far built up like we did with the Wendigo, where it was just cannibalism, if not trying to fuck everything that moved. To now we just have angry and bipolar.
Right? It's just moody and fucking aggressive. Hey, there's not a whole lot of meat here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They stick to water. They come from water. They will stay in water. They are formed of water. Water. You know.
Material correspondences include purified water
Right.
and burnt offerings.
Yeah, funeral pyre.
Actually, yeah.
Sounds like a funeral pyre.
Viking, whatever you're sacrificing, you do it with a Viking funeral.
Yeah, it needs to be placed in a wooden bowl set upon the waters before they are ignited.
Yeah.
It is an actual funeral pyre.
I love it.
The Get will often use the bodies of their slain as a method for bargaining with the Jaeger.
You know what? He likes it, so
Right?
it works.
Yeah.
He's into it.
It's dead and water. That's all you gotta do is be dead and or of water.
I mean, hey, they already have it. They had it a lot. Like, hey, you might as well use it for something.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that's enough. I don't think there's
Like,
this is a really small entry already. This is smaller. Now it's about the same size as Cuckoo's.
Mm-hmm.
but aside from just being moody, this one doesn't go into much like actual depth.
No, like that's what I'm saying. There's really not much to do here, right?
Like, this is once again, this is probably a one-shot totem linked to some kind of travel, linked to some kind of like, you don't have a Strider nearby. Here's the Get's version of a Strider pack.
Yeah, but I don't think this even gets. I know you can't say no hypothetical. So yeah, fine. You're right. This is a travel, a one and done.
Mm-hmm.
But yet there's really not much detailed here, and not everything has to be an epic.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's okay.
You know what? This could be a sort of like escort pack.
Okay.
Like you have the, whatever specific member of the Elder Council needs to get from one location to another to fulfill whatever obligation. This is the pack who is tasked specifically to be bodyguard / escorts.
Yeah, this is the Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are the jabronis that have to follow Frodo.
Yep.
I haven't said jabroni in so many years. That felt great. So, also, to describe the Fellowship of the Ring is jabronis. Also,
Yep.
that hit a sweet spot in my heart.
You thought you were Frodo or Gandalf. Nope, you're Pippin.
That dick wasn't even invited. He just showed up.
No, there's so little here. Like, how would you even?
But I think that's it, right? It's the
You're delivering something from one step to another of like importance. Like, hey, whenever they went to get Xylo's Jarlhammer.
Yeah. It's just gifts of travel, really.
Yeah. This is your diet Strider, if not your bodyguards, who are only there for as long as you need them to get to one location.
Well, I think that's the difference is we go with the bodyguards rather than a diet Strider.
Mm-hmm.
Because a Strider, that's getting the information, that's moving it fast, efficiently, and
Yep.
all of that is true. Like, we're not taking anything away from the Striders here. What we're saying is, if a pack of Spirals or two were to come down on that Strider is in trouble.
Yep.
Right. However, if that pack or two of Spirals comes down on, a pack that's being protected by, or someone who's being protected by a pack that serves the Jaeger, they're prepared to handle that.
Right. They have a better shot.
And I think that would be the specific avenue of use.
I can agree on that.
Again, it's not a lot of meat here, but that is important. And you're right, to have that, a view of what to do with it can help pepper the world in terms of NPC packs, because it's a thing that we talk about, but we don't focus on a lot, and should be focused on, right? It is the totem of the packs that your NPCs, the people you deal with, because it should affect temperament. It should affect how they are framed within a story and how they do business. Those things should matter. It shouldn't be everything, but it should be a factor.
This is a pack that, as your NPCs, they're the ones that are constantly going away, constantly leaving. But the time that you get them to stay in Sept for a few weeks, they get progressively moodier and moodier with their totem.
I like that. I think they have the best stories too.
Oh, sure.
In terms of they might not be the best at telling them, and that depends on where they are, their headspace when it's time. You go with the moody again, you break down that. I think
This is the pack that, like, whenever your pack's been told, hey, you've got a job, it's fuck, okay, we just got back from the last one. No, it's, hey, we got a job. Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. I think the Cuckoo or the Brigadier will tell the story better.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But these guys will have the better stories. Right.
Yeah.
Like, this is the funnier joke. He's not telling it great necessarily. Maybe he's telling it quite well. The mileage will vary. But these guys will tell it better. It'll be less of a joke, though. It'll be a worse joke, better told.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like that.
We've been there, done that pack.
I think we're on. Now, we do have some totems from the tribe books.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which are already totems. So, like, before we talk about material correspondence, we do the opposite, right? We'll talk about material correspondence, stuff like that.
So half the work's already done.
Yeah. This is kind of our lightning round, hopefully to get through them all at the end. We did not with the Wendigo, and you look how we didn't go back to it. So, either we get through these all or we don't.
Yeah, this list looks a little shorter than the Wendigo, though. So
Yeah, true. It's also just not all animals.
Hrafn's on it, too. I didn't realize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a little double dip. Fucking. We'll see how close we got.
Bastard.
We'll see how close we got, right?
We got tricked.
yeah,
So let's go with probably my favorite of the whole fucking list here.
I was going to guess that.
Fucking
What?
Snow Queen. Yes, ma'am.
where did these come from again?
These came from the tribe books.
Tribe books. Okay.
Yep. The first 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 5 came from the second tribe book, the revised edition. The others came from the first tribe book, which is a second edition book.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep. No problem. So yeah, let's start with my Snow Queen. This is a totem of respect. I know I took 2, too bad.
That's your favorite, it's fine.
And the Get of Fenris recognize many winter spirits as their allies, but find themselves at odds with many more, those of Wendigo's brood. One of the most peculiar allies is the Snow Queen, an embodiment of the chill, silent winter night. She favors the Fenrir who can carry themselves with grace as well as strength, who are hardy enough to sleep outdoors on a long freezing winter, but still be cheerful in the morning.
Okay.
Right? She teaches her children to move as silently as the snowfall and to hold themselves as regally as nobility. Her packs gain 3 dice in stealth, 2 dice in etiquette, may call upon 3 additional blah, blah, blah. Her ban is that they must be courteous to their hosts so long as their hosts do not break the laws of hospitality.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
All right.
Right. Totem of respect.
Yes.
Yep.
The respect has got to be first and foremost.
This is a yes ma'am, no ma'am spirit.
Right? This is protocol.
Yes.
This is, get the right fucking fork. And this is a great example when I talk about BTA. And again, we're not like going there, but we'll help inform the temperament of a cairn and the living conditions, the feel of a cairn.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if Snow Queen is running that cairn, you will be expected to follow protocol. You will follow the letter of the law, the rules perfectly. A mistake will be treated harshly because she is in Fenris's brood.
Right.
To where if it were, let's say for the sake of argument, and I am spreading into BTA territory a little bit, I'll make this quick, I swear. But the idea here, right, is because of the decorum and how that's important, right? If this were a child of Gaia totem, or part of Unicorn's brood, a mistake would be met with, well, oopsie doopsie, say you're sorry and try again. It's okay, this is how we learn.
Right.
But because this is part of, Fenris's brood, if you pick the wrong fork, you get stabbed in the hand with it.
You work your way out and then move in towards the plate. You chose the one closest to the plate first, and that is wrong. You'll get stabbed with the fork now.
Right. And see, now you have to do it again, but with one eye. Make another mistake.
Yep.
I dare you.
Right. This is where we're still prim, we're still proper, we're still fun, but the penalty for disobeying, for fucking up, that's harsh. I have used Snow Queen, or at least spirits associated with the Snow Queen in the past. You guys never encountered them, but I know I wrote them in.
Right.
Right. I always envision them like Shiva, the summon from Final Fantasy, specifically, not Shiva, but from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, the quote, the beautiful woman made of ice. I don't remember where I got it. I don't remember if it was association from that and something I wrote, or I got it from another book. But the idea that Snow Queen is super vain.
I can see it.
And flattery
Absolutely.
will get you everywhere.
I was just going to say, if that's the case, then yes, flattery is everything.
Well,
And that's the thing is, like, I can imagine it's leaning in with that hospitality thing of like, hey, you got to be courteous to your host. You never speak ill of your host. So speaking well of your host is probably that much better.
Right.
yeah, you walk into, somebody's house and they're giving you the tour, you put out compliments.
Yep.
Same thing. The Snow Queen is your totem. You summon her, or she has appeared to you.
That nosing will get you everywhere.
Yeah, you give her compliments. Like,
and she is Snow Queen.
Mm-hmm.
She is, treat her as royalty. Flatter her, pour it on thick. She'll eat it the fuck up. Don't disrespect.
Yep.
the bragabash needs to keep his mouth in check.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Shut the fuck up and lower your eyes.
That better not be a backhanded compliment. She can tell because she is a master of etiquette.
But also, you need to be able to handle yourself. This is not a spirit who will take kindly to a frivolous summons.
She is royalty and her time is valuable.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I think in terms of correspondence, obviously, things associated with the cold, I think something like if you could carve out a quick ice sculpture,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
you're going to get whatever.
Just
I mean,
real
that's a
quick.
little unrealistic, but if you somehow had,
You had the time to do it.
right, or just like stole one and was like, I offer this to you, cool. But I also think
Maybe that's part of a shrine that you could build for your totem is that ice sculpture of Snow Queen that will never melt.
that would be phenomenal. But I'm thinking more practical, because I mean, we're doing this the other way, like material correspondence. What about, and even chiminage, right? A statue would be a perfect chiminage. Jewels.
Yep.
Specifically diamonds and sapphires.
Yes, anything white, blue.
Yeah. Cool
Yes.
colors.
Yeah.
Is what we're doing here.
Snow White silk.
Yeah, you joked about quickly carving out an ice sculpture, but realistically, if you do have like a frozen over lake and you are trying to summon her there, maybe you do a quick grab your knife and do a quick beautiful drawing within the ice.
There you go. Fucking look at her. It's your guys'. She's your pack there.
She is. She's
Lucky you guys.
Yes.
Fucking
Very, very lucky.
Yep.
Yes. Good thing she's very good at it, too.
And I mean, that's what I got for Snow Queen. I was looking forward to talking, because it's my favorite of Fenris's brood.
Yeah.
So I just took that and ran, suck it.
And that last little, once again, going back to that flattery, when you're calling her as part of the summons, lay it on thick.
Yup.
But the more you can say and the more flattering you can be, probably the faster she'll be here and the better mood she'll be in.
Well, so moving from that, CJ.
Yeah, next we have Firedrake, a war totem.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And this is one of the fun moments, but at the same time, I've seen this taken a little far in certain cases of, hey, it's a dragon. Firedrake is the aspect of the fiery nature of dragon. He is potent, if not overly mighty spirit of fire in battle. He is largely a European totem with allies, and his allies of the Great Fenris, thanks to their common zeal for devouring their enemy. He is the guardian of hidden treasures and manifestation of fire that destroys and renew. And a patron of destructive battles, he'll gladly serve as a patron to a pack who swears to leave their foes' houses in ruins, and particularly sought after a Fenrir who make a habit of fighting leeches.
That absolutely makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
And I do like the caveat there. They don't always mention it with spirits associated with fire. They do every once in a while, though, that destroy and renew.
Yup.
That is important.
Because fire doesn't only destroy. Like
No, it's a solid point, Em.
And wow, these are some fucking tasty benefits. Firedrake's packs gain an additional 4 rage points. They can per story, they can receive 2 extra dice of brawl. Firedrake teaches each of his children Master of Fire, and each pack member gains 2 extra dice to craft rolls involving shaping metal.
That's really awesome, especially if you picked wrong when you made your gifts.
Yep. And all Firedrake asks in return, like many of the Draconic spirits, it is avarice, and the children must sacrifice gold to him each month by hurling a portion of it into a fire, such as a furnace.
So this feels we can do better than just a dragon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's do better than just a dragon.
And I have used Firedrake in my old Wild West game for the Guardian Pax Totem. So much so that whenever the player packs started becoming on good terms with them, they asked the player packs for a small favor of going and hitting a stagecoach that they know is leaving this particular town to bring them back at least a bar of gold.
Nice. And I mean, we have our material correspondence right there too, right?
Yep.
Flame and treasure. Easy.
Yeah.
Sure.
But maybe we can add to that something like a sproutling to focus on the renewal aspect, right?
Okay, yeah. Sort of like
something young.
Okay. Like the using the burnt ash, almost like the volcanic ash stuff to grow something.
Yeah. You know,
and
maybe
using that as a quick little summon, potentially the results of that.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe even a seed surrounded in some volcanic ash or something, which would make a great reagent for a Thursday hang on too, right? Some volcanic ash.
Yep.
So all you gotta do is put a little seed in the middle of this, and it doesn't have to grow. It's what it represents, and the idea that maybe it would if I left it here, but I'm not gonna because I'm gonna put it back in my phone because I might have to call you later.
Also, volcanic ash. I'm not gonna. Like, if I don't need to get rid of the material correspondence, I may as well use it again.
Exactly. Yep. This should.
That's a valuable one.
I don't want to have to go get more.
Right. Yeah.
And this is that fun moment. Yeah, this is that fun moment where you get to see the pack gets to interact with Thurge. It's like, laying all this stuff out. The totem spirit finally goes away after the calling, and then just quickly scooping up the dirt into their bag.
Ricochet, stand here. I want you to block the wind so this doesn't get fucking blown away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, absolutely can see that.
So let's again. So appearance. Let's do better than a dragon. Somehow there's not a way. There are points to where there's not a way around this, right?
Yeah. Well, I could imagine if we're taking on we have to have this thing take on an almost more humanoid aspect. A knight in dragon stylized armor, since they're also known, since he is a guardian of hidden treasure. So I can lean into that, the guard aspect. The knight with the shield, the sword, and the dragon motifs all on their armor. Very Targaryen.
I like that, but I want nothing in the armor.
Okay. Yeah.
So an empty suit.
It
just fire.
The head where the little holes or whatever, on the mask. You can see, there's smoke billowing out. And like flame, or the idea of light as if there were flame. Yeah. That there's not a dude in a suit of armor. But yeah, dragon themed armor. Yeah. That is, a big bulwark shield too, or, I could see it.
The shield in the shape of a dragon wing.
Shape of wings on the armor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably made of gold, if not scorched black.
I see more scorched black.
You do both. It's scorched black with gold trim.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Nice.
This is a bougie totem.
Wow.
It's your sacrifice to it.
Right? You're throwing gold away.
Yeah.
Right? You're throwing gold into a furnace. Fucking, you don't need it. You don't even need it. It's like burning $100 bill.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that, though.
I can see it. The longer you have this as a totem, the more gold it accumulates on it as it appears to you. So when you first have it, it's quite dark. And then, a couple glints of gold. A few years down the line, that thing is decked out.
I could see it too, that, about reusing reagents, right?
Yeah.
Like you throw the piece of gold in the furnace, but it's like the furnace of like a house.
Mm-hmm.
And then you throw it in there, and like the next day you turn off the furnace and go grab it back out because you ain't made of money. He did not say you couldn't break it back. Yep. Don't do it.
No, but like.
But I could also imagine like the Theurge of this pack looking kind of like just wearing all this fucking gaudy ass jewelry just in case. That quick little like, yeah, no, I've got all this spare gold just in case I need to please the totem just a bit. Or as always on hand.
Yeah. Or even Carly, hey Ricochet, you guys got a gold watch. Just see if you can take it from him. You just pickpockets that guy, or just takes that watch real quick, and now we have a gold watch that maybe you just hold on to in case one time.
Maybe break the band into 8 different pieces.
Right.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
We got enough for like 6 months of toteming.
Toteming, yeah.
Also, I'm just imagining now Rico actually trying to pickpocket somebody is much like, it's going to look much like that scene in The Office where
I'm picturing more him just walking up behind them with the hubcap, smacking him over the back of the head, and then going through the pockets.
I'm picturing him botching and grabbing a dude in the crotch.
Yeah, we already did that once.
I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out what the characters' names were. It dropped out of my mind, but
no, that happened in game.
Yeah,
which was
it
the podcast.
Happened in game as well.
Yes.
Fucking Danny did that. Well, Ricochet.
I forgot he actually did that.
Yeah, I botched it, and or made me grab his crotch instead.
No, you're right. That did happen.
Yeah, that was in game.
Oh.
Should have kept going. He would have given you money. You would have earned it.
Okay.
$10 the easy way, or $20 the hard way.
Nice. So moving forward, let's talk about.
All right. So next we have another war totem. Go figure. And that is Seadrake. Seadrake is the cold, cruel sister of Firedrake. She catches her foes in her coils and crushes them to death, or drags them deep beneath the waves to drown. She's the patron spirit of the seas, yet uncharted, and the manifestation of the ocean's ability to kill. She loves Gaia and the majesty of the sea, but is a wrathful spirit, and therefore one of Fenris's favorite allies.
Yep, can see that.
Yeah. So with that, her benefits really kind of go along with the ocean thing, with the 2 extra dots for stamina when immersed in the ocean, extra die to athletics rolls, then you get Spirit of the Fish, and extra willpower in a story. That's nice.
And apparently the Uktana like Seadrake's children's vibe.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean... I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And the ban, she demands an offering of living foes bound and hurled into the ocean to drown. Her packs have to sacrifice a foe to her in this way once each season at the very least.
That's awful.
I fucking love it, though.
Yep.
I'm on the other side of that. I fucking hate it.
That is
It's metal as hell.
It is metal as hell. But I'll tell you
super
what.
metal.
It is,
but the logistics.
well, it depends on where you live, right? Like, it's one thing if you're in Maine, right? Another if you're in fucking Nevada.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that it's got to be a living foe, not just a living creature, a living foe.
This is the part I hate the most, though, is someone who learned to be afraid of the water through Final Fantasy VII. It wasn't just that, but whatever. Fucking, there's shit down there, man. I don't even know. What are you going to do about it? You can't breathe down there. You are fucked. So, no, thank you.
You're also bound. And I'm just going to say, probably gagged.
Well, that'll keep you safe from the water getting in, so you won't drown.
So you won't drown?
Yeah, because the water won't get in, because the gag's blocking your mouth, so the water can't get in.
Yeah, so you'll just suffocate instead.
If you don't get eaten first.
That's how that works. So obviously this is the Gyarados to the Charizard.
Yeah, this is your headhunter pack. Guaranteed.
But I mean, like, if we're going the dragon appearance, right? One's Charizard, one's Gyarados. They're related now. Yep. Obviously, I think it's cold, short speech.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when your wife or girlfriend or whatever is mad at you. You're just like, it's fine.
Yep. What's wrong?
Why have you called me?
What's wrong? Nothing.
Well, if you don't know why, I'm not going to tell.
Yep.
But that kind of...
Damn it, that was fucking really, really familiar.
Look, we all have wives or girlfriends or sisters. We all have a mother. You know that angry tone, short. I think it's that. I think that's how she speaks all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And I know it's really modern, but at least me, and I mean, obviously if you guys have stuff too, right? I see her like dressed in like a business suit. Like this is the corporate.
Oh.
It's what's in my heart there.
With patterns similar to like the foaming sea kind of all over it, like those Japanese paintings of the waves.
Okay. Yeah. All right. But I just see that kind of, you know,
like very strict, very severe looking woman, like the hair tied back and the bun so tight it looks like her scalp might pull away.
I like that, but I think maybe as she gets angrier, it comes out and like flows on a wind that doesn't exist otherwise, and it's like waves crashing, just flowing.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the hair itself changes and becomes multi-toned. Like here it's dark, and that dark turns into like a midnight blue and turns out to white at the end. Maybe I'm, you know...
Oh no, I can see the more like humanoid aspect.
Yeah, it's just what I'm seeing right now, and that's what we're doing here, right? Like, I'm sure you guys got other ideas, by all means. It's what's in my heart.
I'm going with the business suit-ish, but like the sea captain. Like on a...
Like kind of like a Navy...
yeah.
Like a Navy cap?
Or more like on a yacht. Like she's the captain of this boat.
I think maybe the more naval captain, though, because that's a more...
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
More formal, more formal,
yes.
You know, but like professional in a shitty way.
Yes, exactly.
And also closer to war.
What I have is absolutely the opposite.
Good. Hit us.
All right. So, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay.
You know the cursed ship with the captain that is just like Davy Jones. Just okay. Take that, feminize it.
Okay.
So go with the more monstrous appearance.
I'm going with a much more monstrous appearance, but so incredibly alien that it's beautiful, but like in an uncanny way.
Like a Hrafn mermaid almost.
Yes, like that. And I'm thinking that like sickly green color, that sickly greenish yellow, just like a stormy ocean.
Okay. I like this better. This is much better.
with some like hints of blue and like some shimmering in there, because of course the ocean is beautiful and so is death, of course, and sacrifice. But something a lot more monstrous.
Did you get a job at Hot Topic? The ocean is as beautiful as death. Fucking what?
I'm just trying to embody this idea of her, okay?
No, I just...
And this is where I just had the random thought of Coho Jack's bitchy sister.
Okay,
This is the bitchy sister of the Firedrake.
No, she's totally... There's no doubt about the bitchiness. That's not in question based on what we're reading here. You're just is way better. I like yours way better. Listen to her, not me on this one.
Oh,
my heart's very tired. Hers is a champion. Fucking... That's great.
Thank you.
And I think, again, material correspondence. water is the most boring thing of all time. I'm already over it.
Yep.
But what about you could do tales, maybe not tales, or like a song, like a sea shanty.
Okay.
And what I'm seeing, and I don't really know how to categorize it, but I could see you're going to Summoner, and what you do is you go to the pet store and you grab the fish tank decorations of like the little ship and you break it to represent so many shipwrecks.
Okay. Like, I can just imagine, like, you're building up the sea shanty, you're building up the summoning, and just spiking that thing on the ground.
Oh yeah, oh great, Seadrake, we call, or maybe is a point, is punctuation for your summoning. I guess that's just breaking a sea-related effigy, I guess. Yeah. But that's really how I should describe it. But yeah, I just was specifically seeing that, because you got all the little divers and
making like little effigies if you don't just go and buy them.
I mean, breaking them.
Like somebody. Yeah.
That's the point. Because it's not because, because it's in a rubber ducky, because rubber duckies go in water. No. We're representing the violent death of things at sea. Look how mighty you are. Like, you just shatter these. Like, I just shattered this shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can see that.
I like it.
All right. And we got one last one.
One last one. Retatosk, a wisdom totem. The clever squirrel sees and hears all from his secret pathways up and down the trunk of the world tree. While he is small and puny, he knows much and teaches his children craftiness. All the children of Ratatosk learn Subterfuge 2 and 2 dots in any knowledges of their choice. Lupus children of Ratatosk can even choose knowledges normally restricted to them upon character creation. Children of Ratatosk will always gain 1 fewer honor renown point than usual, and they must gain at least 2 points on any occasion to get the 1. But they get an extra point of wisdom renown every time they earn wisdom. Their ban is they become skittish and jumpy, and they will always enter fox frenzy rather than a berserk, and they may not learn the gift wearing the bear shirt. Which is odd for Get of Fenris.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite of Get of Fenris.
So the first thing I see, right? This is, it's a squirrel. So we're not gonna. I know we went outside the box of dragon, but dragon is kind of boring. And already you don't have to. You don't have to deal.
Murmalines.
True.
Most times,
right? I mean, really, aside from our different interpretations that we gave. Fucking Gyarados and Charizard, if you want to do that, fine. I did it. I said it. It's right there. Yeah. But with this, how can we make this more clever? Because again, a squirrel is also boring. But what if we add an extra couple legs on that?
Okay.
A 6-legged squirrel?
Why not?
I mean, there is the.
You're a fox friendly, so they're going to run away. Got more legs now.
Yeah.
There's also, like, if you want another actual practical example that you can see now in video game, the fucking giant squirrel thing in Marvel Rivals.
Ooh, that's a good call.
That is Retoshock.
Yeah, I was going to say, in fact, it is. So there you go. Yeah. I don't exactly remember what that looks like, because I haven't played Marvel Rivals and I've been in because I need those fucking costumes, but that's not the point here. Want that goddamn Capwolf and that Iron Man.
Yeah.
I don't even play Iron Man. I want it. I think I want to see. Yeah, I'm thinking a couple extra legs, maybe some greens throughout the fur, and wild, untamed kind of fur, right?
Yeah,
I can see that.
And in maybe some harshness to that tail too, that big fluffy happy tail. It's not so happy now. It's but I want some green in that,
like neon.
Well, like extra camouflage.
Oh,
like a moss, or
instead of the big fluffy tail, it's matted almost to where it looks like bark, if not moss, within the tail.
Yeah, so it's the idea is it better camouflage on the tree itself.
Okay, better. Yes.
maybe we bulk up the teeth a little bit. Maybe points. You know,
actually, like pronounced claws.
Sure. I want extra eyes too, because I think it looks creepy.
Definitely
Maybe
creepy.
just one extra third eye, since that's usually associated with like insight and secret knowledge.
Yeah.
That okay, yeah.
That
Definitely.
tracks, yeah.
Just, the kind of thing when you're in obviously skittish and jumpy like the band. But I think you have there's the danger of going cowardly.
Right.
And for this one, I don't want to go cowardly. Not I'm jumping because I'm scared, but just super vigilant.
Mm-hmm. Like,
Hyper aware.
I can imagine, because and also leaning into Fox Frenzy, because that's running away from the threat, but if something gets in your way, you're going to destroy it to get through it faster. This is where, normal squirrel would just turn and run immediately if you startle it. Redishock is going to reach out, cut your nose, and then run.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can see it too. Again, you're adding the weird ass tail here. You're the grittier teeth, a couple points, maybe a couple extra eyes. You want that intimidation because he doesn't want to run away, but once he hits that certain point, then he's going to run.
Well, it's a thing,
But-
right? He is still a squirrel,
Mm-hmm.
still
Yep.
small and puny, right? According to descriptor here.
Skittish has children of Ratatosk become skittish and jumpy, and squirrels are often described as skittish, but skittish doesn't have to mean scared. It could also
Right.
mean excitable,
Mm-hmm.
which is, while yes, you can twist that in a fear way, that is also in like a very vigilant way.
Yeah.
This is the guy that if you throw him a surprise party, whoever is at the door is getting punched in the mouth.
Yeah. That's what
No,
I mean.
I think so. Yeah. I think we all agree. Just, we want to avoid
Mm-hmm.
probably your first instinct when we dealing with the squirrel spirit,
Mm-hmm.
right? Tone down the ADD.
Yep.
Tone down
Because the whole thing is gathering that information.
right. This is a wisdom totem. So he's not dumb. He's not scatterbrained. He's not afraid, but he knows he is not strong, and that he can't stand and fight. So he will run to escape, to bring the strength.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
He knows where the secrets are, and we don't confuse that for cowardice. Right.
Yeah, it's only when he can't fight.
Right. I think we definitely don't want to, this is not regular squirrel.
Yep.
So let's not confuse the issue here. Let's not, and
This is the squirrel took its meds and grew a backbone.
yes.
Yeah.
Material correspondence, I would figure any various and sundry nuts
Yep.
because of
Yep.
squirrel. But I also like the idea of, I don't know if solved or not, but I could see like those little crossword puzzle books,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
something like that. I'm not sure if the value is done or not though.
maybe half. Maybe half done.
Maybe.
Mhm.
I mean, I guess it can go either way, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
not done enough for it to be solved, but enough that it's like, it's almost there.
Yeah, he's got most of the answers. He can start figuring out the rest of them.
Well, I was going to say maybe like
Like-
if there's 30 puzzles, 15 of them are completed and 15 have been
Mhm.
untouched. But I think at that point, that's not the point,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But much like the maze of matchsticks,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Is it that I have solved the puzzle and demonstrated wisdom, or that I have given you a puzzle to solve because
Yeah.
fucking, and maybe either one is appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you seeking knowledge or are you seeking a favor?
I like that. I mean, again, it's very different and not, I don't want to say on par, but it's not what you would think of for a Fenris brood.
Oh, yeah.
But there's, again, that's because it's surface level thinking, right? There's
Mhm.
more to every tribe.
Cool ideas, though.
Yeah, I think we did all right.
Yeah.
Large one. We knew it was going to be a long one.
Yeah.
I think all of the broods are going to be a bit long.
Oh, I think, yeah. After the first one, that was expected as far as I was concerned. So that is our time and then some.
Yeah, and then some.
Enjoy this episode.
We did.
I agree. Now, before we go, we're going to do something that we really should be doing more often, and we're going to do more often. We want to take a second to thank our backers by name. So here's a shout out to you guys in no particular order. A quick thank you to Dundee, Romara, our boy Phil, Angry Operator, Lars, Nicole.
Some more thank yous to Ms. Christie, Redcoat, Case and Snow, C. Grant Rose, Edgelord, Crebo, and Dracoon Stew.
And here's the old Dark Lord Thumb, Ray, Savvy, Ren, Daphne, Joker, and some asshole named CJ.
And last but certainly not least, we would like to thank Strides, Hera Hello, Cathadian, Hush, Kurge, Madam Badger, and Ash.
Thank you once again, each and every one of you. Your contributions mean the world to us. Your support means everything. And you're going to hear this more often. About once a month, we're going to make sure to do our part to make sure you know how much we appreciate you. On behalf of everyone here at Scratch Wolf Studio, thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. And remember, take care of each other. Let's have each other's backs. Because what the hell else do we have? We will see you next time.
The ocean is beautiful, and so is death.
Did you get a job at Hot Topic? The ocean is as beautiful as death.